Welcome everyone to the National Tour final here at Wollaton Hall in Nottingham. Today we're starting with the Barebow matches this morning.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, as Daniel has already said, to the Archery GB National.
The weather here this morning is not ideal. We're expecting sunshine, to be honest with you, but we've still got the sunshine graphic there. It feels a little bit colder than 25 degrees, to be honest with you, but the wind is minimal, which is handy for archery shooting.
Which means, sorry, Barebow Men this morning's set system, which means that if they...
This is the schedule for the day, so in a couple of minutes' time we're going to start with the Barebow Men's semi-finals, moving on into compound women later this afternoon, featuring Jodie Grinham, and then into compound men later on to finish the day. Our first matches this morning are going to be Renee Becker versus Robert Edwards. Robert Edwards was a late entry into this finals day. Ollie Hicks pulled out of the event, allowing Robert Edwards to slip into the tour finals. I'm joined by Wilco here, our Barebow specialist. Good morning, how are you feeling?
Good morning, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good, good. Are you excited for today?
I am very excited. It's going to be a good day today, I think.
Yeah. You've had some experience on this field in the past as well, haven't you?
I have. I've been on this stage twice.
Yeah.
Once 2 years ago, the first Barebow, when Barebow was first included in the National Tour Finals. I came first, and then last year I came second. Fantastic
stuff. What kind of feelings do you think these guys are going through at the moment?
There's a big difference between a practice field and this stage. As soon as you get on the stage, it's a completely different feel, different look. You're elevated, the bosses are elevated, you have that dip in the middle between the two stages. So they've got all the new experiences to deal with.
So a lot of things that a lot of emotions they're going through at the moment. Yeah. About Robert as well, obviously he's been sort of roped into this, not last minute, I mean he's had about a month's notice, but he must be going through some sort of special sort of feelings at the moment.
Yeah, he competed in 2 of the stages of the National Tour and scored really well to get him into 5th position, and because Ollie dropped out, he managed to slip in 4th, and yeah, I think he's the underdog that I think if he's already won, I think, being there.
Well, I was watching these guys practice this morning. Yeah. I've got a feeling Robert might be the dark horse in this event.
Well be.
We're going to start with Robert here. He looks really good, holding well. An 8, solid enough start. I was interested to see if these guys were going to go left, because on the practice field everyone was going right. There's a bit of a cross slope to it, whereas now it's fairly flat. Our tour leader here with an 8 as well. They were putting them all in the middle on the practice field, to be fair, so you can tell the nerves have already sort of kicked in, but just surrounding it a little bit. Again, no wind at all affecting these arrows this morning. It might pick up this afternoon, but for the Barebows now, it's really still. Really perfect edge. What a shot. This is why he's the tour leader at the moment.
This is the first year that Rennie did a lot of stages.
Another 8.
So he's did really well in all the stages.
So he's had a lot of match practice as well.
Yes, yeah.
All he needs here is a 7 to take this first set. Ooh, tight.
Interesting.
We're going to have to get a judge on that. It looks fairly 7-ish to me, but
can't quite see from this
angle. So we wait for the
it's a little bit high.
Arrow there from Renee.
So there's an asterisk there that might mean that this is either a tied set or a 1 set for Renee. Judge didn't look at that too long, so he's fairly confident with his rule in there. What did it look like to you?
I think it's out. It looked a little high.
On 10 hooks here, waiting to see
okay, the arrow's been upgraded for Renee.
Oh.
So that's a 25 to a 24. He takes the first 2 set points.
So the first set going to Renee. So set system's fairly simple. First to 6 points, essentially. If there's a tie at 5-all, then there will be a shoot-off. So Renee just needs 4 more points over the next 4 ends to win this match and head on into the gold medal match. The loser of this match will go to the bronze medal match, and that will be obviously determined by the next semi-final to follow this one. But for now, let's focus on this match. Robert needs to settle down here a little bit. Rene found his form there.
Let's see what he does.
Just needs to find the gold, I think, and just settle into the match. Perfect. There we go. 9. A nice little settler for him, hopefully. Rennie a little short in the camera view there, isn't he? Solid 9.
Very consistent.
Yeah. Interesting the groups here already. I know there's only been 4 hours, but Rene's up and down, whereas Robert is left and right.
Yeah.
A little sloppy sort of arrow there into the 7. Blinking a lot, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Is that something he usually does, do you think?
He's always had quite a bit of head movement that he's been working on too, which has improved.
Yeah. Well, it's 9 again, isn't it? It's a fairly solid shot.
Can't argue with that.
No.
9.
Possibly a 9, yeah.
That's a bit more.
Our spotters have called that a 9, so it's fairly convincing. Again, all he needs here is an 8 to win this set and go 4-0 up. And it's a 9.
He does it.
Very convincing.
Yeah.
Again, when I was looking at the practice field, I thought Robert was going to be the dark horse, but Rene's experience here shining through a bit.
But then again, the set system, it could still turn around. That's the beauty of the set system.
While we've got time here, obviously we need to thank our sponsors. We've got a long list of sponsors here supporting this event, which is fantastic. We've got Win and Win, Axel Archery, Ramrods Archery, True Bull, Maven, who are the scope sponsors, AAE, Shibuya as well, Easton, Maibo and Hoyt, and obviously a massive thank you to Nottingham City Council for hosting this event for us at Wollaton Hall. A beautiful venue, Wollaton Hall. It's a shame about the weather.
Yes, we've had the privilege of good weather for the last 2 years. Today's not so good.
Okay, the 7 rocks pulled up to an 8. Point of Rene there, but Rene.
How important are the coaches, you feel like, on the stage with you, with that presence?
They are very important. They can help you either. It depends on what you want from your coach. They can help you center yourself, calm yourself down. You have a discussion before on what you want your coach to say during those moments.
Yeah.
When I'm on stage with my coach, it's just she'll process, think about this or that, not overthink it too much.
Well, hopefully the coach has spoke some wise words here to Robert and he can get into this match, to be honest.
9.
Good solid 9. Just needs to find that middle. He needs to put 10s in to put some pressure on Rene here, because Rene ain't cracking. Very solid considering all that eye movement, isn't it? It's great 10. Barebows are shooting at 50 meters on 122 centimeter face. That 10 is not that big. And it's a straight in the middle.
That's definitely put some pressure on Rene, I think.
He's turning up now, isn't he?
Yeah.
If he can find 2 more 10s here, he goes through to the final. It's an 8.
Dropped it a little bit.
This is a door-opening opportunity for Robert here. See if he can walk through. A 9 and he's... Oh, it's a 10. He's won this set. It's 4-2. It doesn't matter what Rene does here with this arrow. Robert has won this set. And he's finally into this match with the best end of the match so far as well.
That's it.
9.
It's a good end, but it wasn't good enough to compete with Robert this end.
Very consistent. 25, 27, 27.
27.
Good, very good. So we've got Robert finally into this match now, 4-2, and this is the beauty of the set system. It doesn't matter how bad your first ends were. All you need to do is win that particular end, and yeah,
there's one set that change everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Points-wise, we've got Rene actually ahead. Even arrow value. It's 10. He's won this. That doesn't matter. If Robert can win this next set, he can push it into a tie-breaking set. So it's 2 points if you win the set, it's 1 point if you tie the set. So again, so if Robert can win this, it'd be 4-all, and if they tie the last one, that would be 5-all, and they'd go into a shoot-off.
Yep. Shooters are interesting. Yeah. I enjoy shooters.
4-2, he will be shooting first again.
To stay in this, though, all Robert has to do is not lose this set. Ideally, if he can win it, of course. And push this first match to a last set decider. Robert to shoot first as he's behind in the match. No. He's found his form now, isn't he? 9.
Yeah. His groups have tightened up significantly.
They have. Can he put the pressure on Rennie? Oh, what a shot! A fantastic 10 there from Rennie. Not sure where that one is. Is that an 8 high?
8.
It's been called an 8, yeah. He needed to keep it in the gold here, just to keep the pressure on Rennie, didn't he? Didn't look like a great shot, but it's in the 9.
If you look at his group there, it's very, very nice. Very good.
He needs 10 here, Robert, just to put any ounce of pressure on Rennie. And it
he
is a
does.
10 straight in the S. Fantastic shot. He needed that as well. Because Rennie now needs a 9 with this arrow to win the match. An 8 and we go into a final set. And it's a 9. Fantastic. What
a Kondo there.
Yeah. What a match.
Correction. Unofficially, looks like Rennie has.
What a great first match. Obviously, Rennie's won this match now and he's going through to the gold. Robert is going into the bronze medal match. But what a fantastic start to the day.
It is. It's amazing to see how well these archers are shooting on the stage and making small adjustments after the first set. A bit of pressure.
Exactly, yeah.
They've recovered very well.
A lot of 10s being shot in that match as well.
Yes. So should we explain what Barebow actually is?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, as you see with the Barebow, it's a bare bow. We're only allowed to have weights on it, and a rest and a button. And the weights are limited, so it has to fit a 12.2 centimeter ring. So it's in effect really just a bare bow with nothing on, no sides. You aim with either the point of the arrow or anything you can find really. It's been a growing discipline. This is the first year we had 65 athletes.
Last year was 48,
last year
so
was
yeah,
48,
growing, a massively growing category at the moment. And the first time that we've had semi-finals and finals shot on the main stage as well.
Yeah, last year we had the semi-finals on the practice field and the finals on the stage. This year's all on it, so there's the gentlemen, the men today, tomorrow's the ladies.
Yep.
So maybe in the near future we'll have 8 on the stage.
It would be incredible to see an 8-person final, wouldn't it? So we're moving on into the next match now. Who have we got here?
So next we have Daniel Kilgallen, my team buddy from the European Indoors.
Yeah.
And my friend Tom Williams.
Tom Williams. So you got 2 friends here.
I have 2 friends here.
Who are you backing or who are you favouring?
I wouldn't want to call it. I have to stay in Belgium, but they are both smashing archers. Daniel obviously won it last year.
Okay.
Tom has been doing really, really well. So this is very hard to call.
Has Tom shot in a final before?
He hasn't, but he has got many, many years practice doing head-to-heads, so he's not unfamiliar with them at all. He came second at Surrey. Yeah, he took second place at Surrey, so
came second to Robert, who actually won that final. Obviously, Robert into the bronze medal.
And coaches for our second semi-final match for the Barebow Men.
First coming onto the stage, we've got the coaches. Some wet weather gear there, isn't there?
I think you need it in this weather.
Yeah. I mean, it's not throwing it down, but it's just
And now, please
drizzly
welcome to
sort of
field
rain.
play,
It's quite
Archery.
annoying and gets just a little bit wet, unfortunately. But again, no wind at all, which is really favourable, obviously, for archery.
Yes. Yeah.
Should see some high scoring today if the wind stays low. So we've got Daniel here on the left,
Target number 1, Daniel Kilgallen.
representing Merlin as well.
And on target number 2, Tom Williams.
So Tom on the right hand side.
Your line judge for this match is Ian Ashworth.
Can we expect as good a shooting in this match as the last one? Obviously, Rene being the top-ranked archer, and we had Robert, who won the Surrey stage of this event. Is this shooting going to be as high a standard as those?
Rene is very, very good. He's very consistent with his shots. He always has been. This is going to be a closer match, I think.
Yeah.
In that respect, it's going to be level pegging, I think, with these two archers.
I'm looking forward to this match already. Then. Daniel to shoot first, composing himself with a deep breath. An 8 as well to start with. Interestingly, the archers were going right on the practice field, and most of these first arrows have all gone right.
Yeah.
And why has he done that to me? Commentator's curse, an 8, but a tight start already.
Yeah. So you see that there's two differences between these archers that I spot straight away. Daniel shoots with a tab,
Yeah.
and Tom shoots with a glove.
And what's the difference?
With a tab, you have potentially more accuracy,
Okay.
but Tom has proven otherwise because he is very, very accurate with as he
Couldn't
couldn't get closer than that.
That's the closest arrow we've seen to the middle of the targets today so far. Ooh, that's the bad arrow. It's a very quick shot, that.
Yes, but do you think there was a reaction to that actually, that Tom shot?
Perhaps. Oh my days.
I think
That-
the pressure might be getting to you.
Yeah, wow. This is going to be an interesting match, isn't
Well, they're
it?
close to it.
I was literally about to say all he has to do is shoot a 4 and he's won this set, and he's shot a 3. Wow, this is going to be an interesting match.
Yep.
I mean, this is the kind of thing you can expect from a Barebow sometimes, is, you know, the odd sort of bad shot.
I was just going to say, there is this thing, if you go to Lancaster, they shout out Barebow if someone shoots a really bad arrow.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a huge fan of that, because we can shoot very accurately,
Yeah,
as
of
Randy's
course,
already
yeah.
proved. But this is a thing. Barebow is a little bit less serious, maybe, but I would still treat it serious. But if you shoot a bad arrow, it's not the end of the world. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
still pull your set back.
Again, it's the set system. These bad arrows don't necessarily matter. But in Tom's case there, he needed to shoot a 4. All he had to shoot was a 4 there
The
to
door
win
was
that.
wide open.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I mean, these boys are both feeling the pressure here, having a
Yeah.
good laugh about it now, which is fine.
Yeah.
I think they both know that they threw that set away a little bit. Honours even, 1-1.
So in this case, Daniel shoots first again.
Yep. Trademark deep breath. There it is.
He's really been working his mental and his process, shot process lately.
It's something you can rely on, isn't it? Look at that straight in front.
So he's composed himself. Good shot.
How can Tom respond? They both sort of struggled with under pressure in this match so far. That's an 8. Fairly solid, and we know that anything can happen, but 2 points down in this set already. Quick shot again. An 8. Yeah, Daniel's sort of badder shots seem to be quicker.
Yes, when he composes himself, it takes his time. You see the shots go away once. When he rushes.
Another 8.
Yeah.
Didn't take advantage of Daniel's little slip up there.
Better shot. You
And
can see it straight away.
Very good. So he has won this set now. He's only dropped the 3 points, which is a great set, and he's going to take the lead going into the third set, 3-1. Tom just needs a settler here, and he has. Nice little 10. Again, it meant nothing, but it also means everything, because he just needed a settler. And
it's a confidence boost.
Exactly.
So finish last set strong. No, you can do it. Go to the next set strong. So Dennis is defending champion, so that might put a bit of extra pressure on him.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. What was the final? Who was he against in the final?
Me.
Oh, of course, yeah.
He was against me. And I succumbed to the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shot.
It's easy to do.
It's very easy. I'm not going to make excuses for it. It's what happened, and he shot well. He carried on shooting consistent. He deserved that.
Yeah. So Daniel's going to take a 3-1 set lead. If he wins the next set, the worst he can come away from with this match is a shoot-off. So an important set for Daniel especially to win, because he can take a bit of pressure off himself and put it all on Tom.
So I try not to think about the mental game, but it's hard not to, because it's hard not to look at the scores, look at the set points.
Well, the dynamics change slightly here now. Obviously, with Tom going first, he can put the pressure on Daniel. Yep. And a 9 is a very solid start. Good shot.
9.
Well.
So that's all Daniel needs to do now is match Tom's arrows, arrow for arrow, and he'll win this match.
Exactly.
6. Doors open here for Daniel. Can he take advantage? It's a small 8. Called an 8.
Maybe.
On the line, 8.
See what Tom does.
Solid out. It's a 9, fairly solid. That 6 has just hurt him a little bit. All Daniel needs here is an 8.
7.
And it's a 7. Again, he's tied the match and he's 4-2. Tied the set. Sorry, he's 4-2 up. He has a chance in this next set to win the match.
Yep. Yes.
If Daniel wins the next set, he wins the match. He's through to another gold medal match at the National Tour Finals. What kind of feelings do you think Daniel's going through right now? Obviously, I know he's made the final in the past, but he's knowing now that he's only 3 hours away from making the gold medal match.
He's in a very similar position as always, because our second year, I thought, you know, I've been here before, I've got experience, but that means nothing, I found out. So he's, like I said, he's been really working hard on his mental process as well, so you can see him focusing on the shot process. Try not to think about all that other thing, what happened last year, but there is, I think, significant pressure that he wants to get to the final again, to see if he can make it twice in a row.
It would be an incredible achievement. Back-to-back National Tour final.
Yep.
National Tour winner as well. Tom to shoot first. See if he can put the pressure on. Needs a solid start. It's not a great start, to be honest.
You can see they both flick a bit on release. He's struggling with that a little bit.
We know Daniel's got the ability to shoot better than that.
Okay. Good shot.
A 2-point lead in a set that he can win the match in is big.
9.
A little settler again for Tom, but it's too late to be settling into this match. He needs to be shooting 10s. But doors opening a little bit here with Daniel shooting a 7 there.
So they're equal all down to the last arrow.
Yeah, they're tied in the set. It's basically a 1 hour shoot off here. That's what Tom's got to think. He's got to put this right in the middle. It's a 7. All Daniel needs is an 8 here. And he's through to another gold medal match. And it's a 7, maybe even a 6. Very interesting. If this is a 6, he's lost this set. If it's a 7, it's tied.
It is.
You did say this match was going to be close, didn't you?
Yeah, indeed. They are very well matched too.
Crowd going wild. A lot of clapping, a lot of whooping. They want to see this match go down to the wire. Daniel knows he's slipped up there. He's shaking his head.
Yeah.
He looks relaxed though. Is that, do you think it's down to this mental process that he's adopting?
Yeah, last year he was very focused, very, very focused. Because also next time we both had our coaches, didn't talk to each other much. But he's a lot more relaxed now. You can see the effort that he's put in.
Yeah, great to see it. And these two are both talking to each other quite a bit. They've obviously shot together a lot throughout the year.
Yes. Yeah, the Barebow community is a very tight-knit community. Everyone knows each other. This year's the first year. I wasn't there myself personally because I had emergency spinal surgery, but there's a lot of new people, but still it's a very close-knit family. We have a laugh. I think we're the only discipline actually that has the most fun. We even get told off by judges having too much fun.
Well, it's not all fun and games now. This is the pinnacle of archery in the UK.
So Tom needs to win this set to take it to a draw.
Yep, Tom is 5-3 down. He has to win this set or he loses the match and he goes into the bronze.
Daniel only needs a draw to win it.
I feel like he's going to need more than 8 to win this set. And he's already behind.
9.
A solid 9 from Daniel. Just needs to... If Daniel ties this set, he wins the match.
Yep.
6-4. This has to win the 10 for Tom. And a 6. This is a massive door open, but we have seen both of these guys shoot arrows into the black, the 4 and the 3, so it's not over.
9.
Must be feeling a little ominous for Tom now. He has to shoot a 10. I don't think that's quite going to do it, is it?
No, that's no. But at least he has another match after this.
Yeah, a 2, a
10.
10. What a way to finish.
That's a good finishing arrow.
What a way to finish. I think that's a good point you just made as well, is that Tom now will have another match and he has to psych himself back up for this bronze medal.
Yep.
He's going to be shooting against Robert in the bronze medal match, which is coming up next. And he's going straight into that match after a loss, whereas Robert has had the time to sort of digest his situation.
Yeah. I prefer gold medal matches than bronze medal matches.
Do you?
You have to fight for the medal. There's only one medal for grabs.
Yeah.
In a gold medal match you have 2, so you guarantee the medal. But in a way, that sometimes makes you focus harder.
Yeah, you often see higher scoring in a bronze medal match because of the situation they're in, that there's only one medal to go for. It's a lot more tense. You can see Daniel there, obviously relaxed. He's going into the gold medal match against Rene, following the bronze medal match, which is coming up next. And he's going in to defend a title.
Yes, that's what he wanted.
That's what he wanted.
I've been talking to him over the past couple of weeks, and that's exactly what he wanted. He wanted to defend his title, see if he can make it 2 gold medals.
How has he been shooting throughout the year? Obviously, Rene's come into today with the lead.
He's not done too bad score-wise. He's always wanted to get over 600 in his goal, which he's managed to do at Surrey, 609. So he's been shooting just under 6 at BTC and 1 on the stage. He's consistent. He's a steady horse in a race.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting to see see how he defends his title against Rene, who's obviously shot extremely well throughout the year, and he's shown better form even today.
Exactly.
Daniel shot some fairly ropey arrows.
He has. I'm hoping the goal that he has will encourage him to get his focus on. But the pressure is going to be completely different in a gold medal match.
It's going to be interesting to see how the pressure affects these guys in these next 2 matches. Obviously, we've got the bronze medal coming up between Tom and Robert. Again, it must be very difficult to go into a bronze medal match straight after you've lost that semi-final. Obviously, again, Robert's had time to digest this situation, and Tom, straight from a loss, is walking straight back onto the stage. I mean, he's had a chance possibly to have a sip of water, but he hasn't had a chance to do anything else. You wouldn't blame Tom here for still thinking about that loss. So he's got to put that to one side. He's got another friend to shoot against here.
I'm hoping Tom's going to be his normal happy-go-lucky self and just carry on. That's his normal put one behind and move on to the next.
Yeah. But a month ago, Robert wasn't even in this final. Ollie Hicks has pulled out of this event today because he's going to the World Field Archery Championships next week and wants to be preparing for that event. So, I mean, Robert, at the end of the season, wasn't expecting to be in this situation, and here he is, shooting for a bronze.
It's an amazing achievement, and I can only imagine what's going through his head. Just the simple fact of actually reaching the finals, I would have already thought that I've won by being there. Just that's an achievement for myself. Really.
Well, like we said, there's 65 archers have shot in the barebow category in the men's barebow category this year, and only four make the final, and we're in the bronze medal match here. Tom to shoot first, just settling himself again. See if he's learned anything from that last match.
Starts off with a high arrow.
Bit of adrenaline, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the good thing is he's still on the same side of the stage as in the previous match. So it shouldn't be any difference there.
Some nervy first arrows here for Robert and Tom. I mean, Tom probably thought that was a bad arrow, but he's only 1 point behind in this set. Probably feels like he got away with that one a bit.
That's
a nice solid 9.
Back, It's a nice error there.
And a 10 there from Tom.
That's an amazing shot.
A great arrow.
So he needs a 10 to
Robert
tie this
needs
set.
a 10 to tie it. So first set to Tom. And Robert's arrows again in his first match were just solid reds. The odd 9. And he started with all reds in that particular end. He hasn't got any wild ones. He hasn't shot many blues. He shot a few golds. He's very solid, isn't he? Whereas Tom, a little bit more erratic, but obviously getting the job done in this particular set.
After that blue, Tom, I think, found his aiming point. Because the other two were closer together.
Yeah.
So.
Steely-eyed Tom here is getting in the zone. Little fist bump with his coach.
Coach is a good friend of his. I don't think Robert has anyone in his coach's box for him.
No, Robert up there all on his own. Seems very focused as Robert. Even on the practice area earlier on, he was just walking up, shooting his 9s, shooting his 8s, and just keeping himself to himself.
Very confident.
Tom with the lead in this match again, just shooting a ropey arrow.
It's right near the other one.
Yeah. Robert is very consistent. I don't expect this to be outside of the 8, and it's straight in 10.
That's his 4th X today, I believe.
Yeah. Tom suddenly finds himself behind in this match, or in this set, with the pressure on him again. I feel like Tom's put a lot of pressure on himself throughout these 2 matches so far.
I think so, yeah.
With these sort of ropey arrows. Robert, unfazed, has won this set.
A solid set, 28.
Yeah. Tom's found himself in this situation quite a bit, shooting an arrow that doesn't matter, and it's straight in the 10.
Give himself talking to.
Yeah, although that arrow is obviously in the 10, it doesn't mean anything. He's already lost that set, but it might help him mentally just to, again, settle into this match. He needs to make less of these mistakes.
So that's the thing with, I wouldn't make any changes if I shot a bad arrow. I wouldn't go aiming off or change my crawl or anything like that, or carry on with my shot process, because I know if my shot process is right, it will go where it goes. And Tom's has proven that. He's done 3 arrows in the last one, stuck to it,
Yeah.
Straight in attack.
Well, so shot process is obviously important for all disciplines, but when it comes to barebow, there's no clicker to determine your draw length. There's no stop on a cam like a compound has to, like I say, determine your draw length. All these things. There's so many variables with a barebow that your shot process has to be the same every single time because you have nothing else to rely on to help.
That's all you have, and that's where drill shot process, time and time again, get that ingrained.
Yeah. And this shot process seems to be failing Tom a little bit at the moment with these some dodgy arrows, but Roberts is just consistent. We're all tied up in this match.
So Tom to go first.
2 sets all. Tom to go first.
9.
Good, solid start.
Yep.
This is the best start he's had in the set so far.
Has, yeah. I think shooting a 10 as the last set in the previous set didn't sound good.
10.
That's a good response.
A big response, yes. Only 1 point difference that Tom is not out of this set, even though he's behind.
9.
Another solid 9. Anything can happen with barebows. Like we said, there's the shot process and the lack of help on the bows to sort of help these archers mean anything can happen.
8,
That's
9 wide.
potentially an 8. From my angle here, it looks like an 8, which would tie us up in this set.
Twitch.
Little twitch, yeah. I
Seven.
expected him
A
as a
little bit.
7.
So it's very hard to come down because you have 20 seconds to shoot, and you can, but it's not enough time.
Robert
generally
needs
to
an
come
8
down.
here, and it is an 8.
Yeah.
Now he's won this set, and again, I feel like it's Tom putting the pressure on himself.
Possibly a
And
9 over there. on
yeah,
column
Robert's
1.
consistency is shining through a little bit here.
Yes.
Williams is 20.
It's a little bit more calm and composed.
All these things considered, though, it's a very close match.
It is. It is. It's a very well match, these two. And Tom's not out of the woods yet. He's only 2 points behind.
Yeah.
The next set could change everything.
It must be so difficult for, obviously, Tom's got his coach here in the box. Robert stood there on his own, in his own mind.
Yeah.
It has to be so disciplined not to be thinking sort of negatively. I mean, if I was him, stood there on my own, the negative thoughts that would go through my mind in this situation.
I've met him just before he started shooting, and he seemed very calm and collected and composed, and he was focusing on his mental state. He was very, very focused. So I'm no surprise that he carried that through onto the finals field.
He's not doing much talking with Tom either. He's sort of just keeping himself to himself.
It's a very interesting dynamic because some people talk, some people don't. I don't know if these two know each other well. I've only met Robert for the first time today. I know Tom very well, I know Daniel as well, and Rene. So, but it won't be long until everyone gets acquainted.
Yeah, of course. Right, Robert has the lead 4-2 in set points. Tom finds himself needing to get something.
Again, isn't it? Down
It is.
left bottom, yeah.
Tom needs to get something from this set, whether it's a tie or a win, but he has to, otherwise he loses the match and goes home with nothing.
10.
Fantastic 10 from Robert. Really putting his foot through the door here in this final.
Nine.
I was going to say that looked like a better solid shot when he was holding and he executed it. And it goes to show straight in the 9.
Robert still has
9.
he has a 3-point lead with 1 arrow to go in a set that if he wins the bronze medal.
Tom needs to shoot a good arrow here.
Tom needs a 10. That's an 8.
8.
24.
Disappointing arrow to potentially end with. Robert,
Needs a 5 at least, or 6 to win.
a 6 to win. And it's a 9. Fantastic shooting.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
When he's on point, he is all in the goal.
Robert's shooting today has been extremely consistent. Obviously, he got beaten by Rene in the last match because he just got outshot, basically.
Yeah.
But his consistency was, well, I mean, it's earned him a bronze medal today.
He's shot really well actually in this match. Consistent, confident.
Yeah.
I think that little break really helped him to focus his mind.
Yeah.
And that's coming in as a reserve, if you like. He's done really, really well to come away with a medal.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, he's had plenty of notice. I mean, he's had a month's notice to prepare for this finals day. But, you know, all these guys, they would have probably known that they were going to be in the final. And, you know, he's come here coachless and less preparation and just put in a performance, a very consistent performance, and a foundation that he can build on. I mean, this might give him the bug to go out there, compete a few more national tour events next year and come back.
So next we'll have the gold medal match.
Yeah, we can see the archers here just getting ready to enter the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Daniel
welcome to the field,
coming into this match to defend his title, and Rene coming to strip that title off him. Rene's had a fantastic year and dipped his toe into field archery as well and came second at the British Field Championships in May.
Yeah, Rene does a lot of field actually. He shoots EFA a lot.
Yeah.
He's well known there amongst the like of James Arnold, Holly Hicks.
Yeah.
So he was a bit of he only done targets a couple of years ago when he started with 50-meter rounds. And everyone was like, who's he? Where did he come from? Field archers, in my experience, are when they cross over from field to target, field gives you an edge.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I want to try field to see what it's all about, to see if it gives me the edge as well.
You might, well, what I found a while ago is that a lot of the better archers in these finals were all field archers and target archers, you know, so like the winners of past events were winners at the Field Archery Championships as well as the National Tour Finals.
Yes.
And yeah, I think maybe you should start shooting some field.
I think there's something about field, that's definitely. That's on my list.
It's the 3 arrow ends, it's the need to hit the middle, that's what it is.
So both these archers during the stages have been in a gold medal match. Rene came away first and Daniel came away second at the BTC, so they both have experience of the pressure of winning of being in a gold medal match.
Yeah.
So let's see how they perform today.
Solid. It looked like a solid shot, but just slipping away
Still
into
to
the
the right
eight.
again.
Yeah.
Also, I should shoot it right in the first arrows. Still raining.
Rene was taking advantage of eights in his semi-final. Look at that straight in the car. Fantastic start. You can't shoot a bad arrow against Rene, can you?
No, you can't. He will capitalize on every little mistake you make.
No.
Daniel's got a bad arrow in him, but he's also got a ton of good arrows in him as well. A little bit more head movement than we saw in the semi-final.
No.
Not holding him back just yet.
Nope.
Another solid start. It's a 9.
No.
But all Rene needs here is an 8 to take this first set. A trademark head movement, some blinking, and it's in the 8.
And it's an 8,
Yeah, it's all you have to do.
Yeah, that's enough.
I think he'd like to have shot a 10 and just sort of like stamped his authority on this match.
Oh, in a gold medal match, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
It's anything it takes to get the set point.
And again, it's like I said, it's the set, like I said, it's the set points that matter here.
Yep.
He's won that set by 1 point, and that 8 doesn't really matter. He's won the set. Whereas when it comes to compounds later on in the day, this is on a points basis. So that 8 might mean something in a compound match.
It might mean that you won't be able to catch up again.
Exactly.
Sometimes, doesn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. But set systems for now in this Barebow men's gold medal match. And Rene is 2 sets up to 0.
So Rene has shown his consistency through this first set compared to the other matches he did. So let's see if he can carry that through.
Some big deep breaths from Daniel. Daniel to shoot first as he's behind in this match. Needs a solid start. And it's another 8.
That isn't right.
Unfortunately, an 8 is a door open in Rene's mind.
Very much.
He started with a 10 in his last set. Looking very solid.
Oh, we dropped there a little bit.
Not enough damage done though.
No.
No, a bad shot, but No damage done.
See, 8s in general are not bad errors in head-to-heads, but you really
Sevens?
can't afford to shoot 7s. You
Yeah.
can't really afford to shoot them.
Yeah. Not a good start to this second set for Daniel. Can Rene take advantage? Oh, just about maybe, yeah.
He had to make a save for that arrow.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, if that is a 9, he's still got a 2-point lead with an arrow to go.
9.
An 8 here, and he's won this second set as well. And it's a 9. 4-0 up. And not really showing any cracks.
Nope.
Daniel's not really putting the pressure on him. To be honest with you, that first arrow of Daniel's every time has sort of taken the pressure off Rene, if anything.
Yeah, yeah. But I have seen matches come back from 4-0 down.
Yeah.
So it's nowhere near over yet.
No. I'd like to see Daniel just put one straight in the middle now.
The first arrow, just to build that confidence.
Yeah.
That he starts off on a good footing.
I want to see what Rene's like under a little bit of pressure. Just to, you know.
Is he going to crack?
Yes, is he going to crack? Is this head movement just going to go a little bit more? Is he going to take a couple more blinks?
The interesting thing I find with head-to-heads is if you shoot 25 ends during a match, you're doing a whole round, 50-meter round, you end up at 600, which is a decent score for Barebow. It's a good score.
Yeah.
But you don't generally. In head-to-head matches, 25 is no longer enough. You have to shoot 26 and 27s to be able to win.
It's a strange one, isn't it?
It is. It's, as soon as you get into a head-to-head match, the level just goes up.
Yeah. Right then, potentially, these are the last 3 shots for these guys.
So he needs a good opener.
Daniel has to get something from this set to stay alive. He needs a good start.
9.
He's in the 9. Very good start. Better start than he's had so far.
His shot process looked good. He looks stable.
How is the pressure getting to Rene?
8.
He's behind in this set to start with.
His last 3 arrows have not been his normal solid self.
The front arm hasn't looked as solid, has it?
8.
But Daniel needs to be taking advantage here. I'm not sure 8s are quite going to cut it in this
I don't think they're
particular
going to
set.
be good enough.
Again, he has to get something from this set to carry on, and Rene can really put screws to him.
Front arm stayed solid and it went down the middle.
Simple fact here, Daniel has to beat Rene on this arrow.
Good
a 10
shots.
will sort him out.
Put the pressure back on Rene.
Well, Daniel survives to shoot another set.
Yeah.
Will he be 2 points down or 3 points down? Rene needs a 10. And it's a 7. He's cracked. I'm going to count that as a crack, Wilco.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
Even the crowd are oohing.
The crowd's booing.
Daniel looks like he's taken 2 set points from that end, the 27 to 24 to make it 4-2.
Fantastic turnout considering the weather. I mean, it's not a nice day, is it? You wouldn't come. There are people who live in the area probably aren't coming to Wollaton Hall today because it's just a little bit drizzly. But
It's a bit miserable, isn't it?
yeah. But we've got a full-ish stand with this match going down to the wire, hopefully. Daniel finally winning a set and putting a little bit of pressure on and showing us what Rene can struggle a little bit if the pressure's on him.
I hope he's going to capitalise on that little boost.
Yeah.
That you can beat Rene.
He can.
Let's see if he can do it again.
He is a defending champion after all. Hopefully he can sort of build on that experience.
Second time on stage, use the experience of standing there, getting the feel of the surroundings.
Yeah.
You should be able to benefit from that.
Again, Daniel to go first because he is behind in this match and has the opportunity to put the pressure on.
9.
Quick shot, but he's done well.
Very quick shot.
Yeah.
But a settler. A 9 isn't damage, I don't think.
Not at all. 9 is good for Barebow.
It's a 10. It's a great
That's
shot. Yeah. Again, Daniel's in the same situation he was in the last set. He has to get something from this set, even if it's a tie, just to move on.
I kind of want to see a shoot-off.
Yeah, I'd love to see a shoot-off.
And a shoot-off, yeah. I'm quite known for predicting them as well, but let's see if it's going to happen. Daniel will hate me for that.
2 9s start versus 2 10s. Fantastic. I mean, they didn't look like convincing shots, but they've gone in the 10. And he really put himself in a situation to win this match.
An 8.
An 8. All Rene needs is a 7. And I think a 7 is the worst Irish shot.
Yeah, no, he can do that.
A 7.
So last there for the gold medal.
It's an 8 and he wins. Fantastic. He probably deserved it. On the form of today, Rene probably deserved it.
He's shot very consistently.
Yeah. He came into today with the National Tour lead, and he's shot extremely well to win this gold medal.
1, 2, right.
Guy looks chuffed, doesn't he?
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Rene.
Beating the defending champion Daniel as well.
Yep. I don't think Daniel's sad at all, to be honest. Maybe a little bit disappointed he didn't get gold, but he's still coming away with a gold medal after this.
Let's hear what they have to say in the field.
And coming up in the gold medal match against 2023's National Tour champion, were you feeling the pressure again?
Yes, he was. I just knew that.
Well, congratulations, and can we all get a clap for Rene?
Crowd really appreciating Rene's performance today. I think all the guys have shot well, and obviously Rene just rising to the top.
Yeah, it's been a very good set of matches.
Lofton is bow into the air as champion of the National Tour 2024.
We will shortly be having the awards.
Next up,
the Barebow Men
will be the medal ceremony before we go into the matches for the ladies' compound.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Barebow Men. Medals will be presented by Mark Regal, Archery GB Chair. Chests will be presented by Aaron Cobbin, Director of Sport Development. The bronze medal, Robert Edwards. The silver medal, Daniel Kilgallen. The gold medal, Renee Becker. The precision prize for the Barebow Men for the national tour goes to Renee Becker. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to our medalists. Coming up soon, we will have the compound women finals for the national tour. Starting in the next few minutes once the field has been reset and the faces changed at the target end of the field, ready for that.
Welcome back to the National Tour final here at Wollaton Hall. We are about to start the ladies' compound matches. I'm joined by Grace Chappell, our compound expert, gossip expert.
Of course.
Our first match here is going to be against Ella Gibson against Chloe Hebert.
So both from Deer Park, really interesting match to open. Of course, world #1 Ella Gibson.
Both from the same club as well.
Yeah, same club as me.
The dynamic in this match will be interesting to see.
And now, please welcome
Ella has had a fantastic year. Again, obviously, she's world #1 still. She's won 3 out of 4 stages.
Yeah.
And shooting a world record as well this year of 7:18.
Yeah, that's quite a crazy record, honestly, to have witnessed, getting only 2 out of the 10. Yeah, I can't imagine anything like that. Even when she shot it.
It is incredible. And to be honest with you, today is built for good scoring. I mean, the wind is minimal.
Yes, yeah, it is really good. It's a bit of rain, but archers are used to rain, I think, at this point here.
Yeah. It's not too cold, even though it's raining. I mean, we've got both archers here in t-shirts. It's not that cold.
No, it's definitely a bit still humid from all the thunder we've had, but no, I think it's perfect weather.
What do you think Chloe has to do in this match to sort of stay in it with Ella?
I think she's got to open good to try and put pressure on Ella at this point. Like opening well is kind of the first thing that you want to do, kind of get your head in the game. And if you don't, kind of coming back from that is just as important.
Have you ever seen Ella struggle under pressure though?
Not in a while. Even if, you know, she's not opened great, she's always able to come back from that really easily, so.
Well, Ella to shoot first here. 15 hours in this match, points based, not like set system like it was with the Barebows, and Ella starting with a 10. Again, so yeah, no set points, it's all on total score. So out of the 15 hours, whoever scored the most goes through to the next match. Solid start from both archers. This is a quarter-final, so there's 8 archers in the final for these compound ladies. So there'll be 2 matches before we decide who wins and who loses. Good start so far.
Yeah, they both sliced in really well on the practice field. That's, you know, really helpful. Both shooting really good arrows.
We don't expect to see a lot of points dropped. That's the sort of pressure that comes with compound. As soon as a point is dropped, the pressure's on you, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's kind of a game of trying to pick it back up again, or kind of, you know, hoping someone drops as well.
Ooh.
Bit too much pressure on the back from Chloe.
Yeah, she didn't look as stable there in that last arrow.
No, it might just be the nerves. I mean, if you know you've got 2 10s and your opponent's got 3, you're going to want the next one to be a 10. But you know, 1 point isn't a lot at all. It's definitely easy to make up.
What's it like at the Archery Club with these 2 archers? Are you all learning a little bit from Ella, or are you all sort of piling in together to sort of improve together?
Ella honestly shoots at her own field a lot. I mean, because obviously it's her, you know, it's her job. Like, she does this full time. You need access like all the time with, you know, good weather conditions. But I shoot with Chloe at club like a lot. We, you know, share a target, and it's always nice to have someone, you know, your age to actually shoot with. And I think that's Deer Park is really good with bringing the juniors up and all of us shooting together. It's really important to do that. And I see Dan's behind, so you know that he did my beginner's course. Like we've known him for years, so yeah, it's nice to have that kind of stability with having a coach like that.
Yeah, great, very good. So 1 point difference at the moment in this match. I mean, there's a chance that with that arrow, Chloe might have lost this match already. I mean, Ella's got it in her to shoot a 150 match, hasn't she?
Yeah, 100%. She's been shooting really well recently, but I know that Chloe's been shooting some extremely good matches.
Yeah, that's the commentator's
curse. Yeah, that really was.
That's all your fault.
I'm
Saying
so
all
sorry,
that
Chloe.
was just a full job. Very stable, Ella, straight in the middle.
Nice.
She is the overwhelming favourite considering how well she shot this year, but it'd be interesting to see if Chloe can just put a little bit of pressure on.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think this is a big opportunity for Ella, obviously, to take the lead in this one.
Yeah. not going to put pressure on Ella Gibson with 8 unfortunately.
No. Like, she'll be disappointed with those, but hopefully she can come back and, you know, shoot some 10s.
Well, the first 2 arrows she shot were perfectly executed straight into the 10, so she's got it in her just to. I mean, this is a bad end, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
really,
she's not going to be happy.
I mean, a 10 here, and Ella will have a 7-point lead after 6 arrows.
It's a very good end from Ella.
Yeah. Was that 3 X's?
I think so. If it's not, it's only just.
How many X's is the world record?
I believe it might be 12.
We do have a stats guy, so
hopefully
we might get him. We might get him on the tax to find out what the world record is. Because again, you know, although it's drizzly, although it's a little bit wet, the conditions today, no wind.
No.
I mean, world records could be
Absolutely.
on the cards, and she started extremely well.
So you've got AJ Scott behind as the coach.
He'll be shooting tomorrow, will he not?
Today.
Oh, today, yeah. Obviously,
Today.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah, he's shooting later. No, really, really good teammate. Great person to be behind you, just like overly, you know, positive, and you know, especially if you've got a friend that knows you quite well, it's a lot easier to feel a bit calmer in that situation.
Yeah, the coach has a sort of pivotal role in just keeping you mentally checked into the match. I mean, Chloe's coach here is going to be essential to help her sort of put these arrows back in the middle.
Yeah.
A very bad end, to be honest, with that last one with 3-8. But again, if she can just clean out this match, then she can put a little bit of pressure back on Ella.
9.
The difference in the sort of grouping between the 2 archers at the moment.
9.
Just
She's
out.
cracked a little bit. Seven points behind Grace. Is that a sort of insurmountable lead in the compound world?
I think so, especially if you're up against Ella. Like, you're probably going to know at this point you're not going to, you know, get there. I try and always think, like, you know, anything can happen when you're in a match. That's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, in your mind, you're probably like, okay, I just need to try and shoot good and, you know, have a bit of a comeback. And that is that.
Yeah, fantastic drive. Like we said this morning with the Barebows, there's nothing on the bows that can actually influence the shot per se. It's all a lot to do with the archer, but there's a lot of equipment on these bows that can sort of malfunction and bring a miss into play quite easily, like and wet conditions as well. I mean, anything can happen, like you said.
I mean, they've both got clarifiers, so water can actually get into that, which is on their string, which they look through to make the target clearer.
So the clarifier is like a lens within the sort of peep sight. So on the string, you can see that the archer's looking through a sort of bulge in the string, which then goes onto the scope of the sight. And within that, you're saying there's a little sort of clarifier, so a glass.
Yeah, so it just makes it clearer, and some people don't have, like I personally don't have the clarifier, so it's like slightly fuzzier, but it's honestly just about like testing things, and the difference, obviously Ella is able to have a bit more time with that, and able to test a lot more, and see what works best for her, but they both have clarifiers, and the rain can actually get into that, so if, you know, that happens at all, and you've only got 20 seconds, like, you can't really come down, and that can cause an issue as well.
Yeah, a sort of a misangled raindrop, and then that could really put
just one.
just one little sort of raindrop could really ruin a match. So, I'd imagine they've got precautions here just to make sure that that doesn't happen to them. But
yeah, just to cover it at least.
Yeah. The compound scoring is so much sort of higher than it is with Barebows. Sort of with Barebows, you can expect anything to happen in the match. Someone could shoot a 3 or a 10, whereas here, like I said, the pressure's on if you start dropping points. And Chloe, she's a long way behind in this match, but again, anything can happen. So all she can do is just put arrows in the middle of the target and hope something happens.
Yeah, it's just that one end really that kind of dropped it down, but the rest of her groups aren't honestly that bad.
10.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. She needs to start putting these in the 10, just in case something does happen.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
like you said, she's probably expecting to lose this match now because she's so far
Yeah.
behind. Ella's probably not going to drop enough points now in this match to sort of give the win to Chloe. But if something can happen, or if something does happen, Chloe needs to be in a position to
have that advantage.
Exactly, yeah. So if she slips to sort of 10 points behind, I mean, yeah, that would be too far back.
8.
Like now.
Yeah. I mean, Ella's not going to have that pressure on her now. She's going to just be doing exactly what she does all the time, you know, and make the shot like she is.
10, 10, 10. Perfect score.
Got some stats from our stats guy for you.
Yeah, we were just talking about world records there earlier, and in the match play for compound, Ella Gibson actually does hold the record for that, having shot a 150 with 10 X's, while the male record is 13 X's. So we could well see that later on in the day, but unfortunately due to that drop point, I don't think we're going to be seeing that in that match. But also during this national tour, we did actually see Ella get the world record for a 720 with an absolutely phenomenal score of 718, which I know we were talking about a wee bit earlier, but it's just amazing to get to see just such high-level archery here in Nottingham. Absolutely brilliant.
I'm going to enjoy your little inputs. All these little stats are going to really help me out throughout the day. But yeah, 718 is a hell of a score. 2 points down over 72 arrows.
Yeah. I mean, she beat her own record, which was, you know, to get that record, I believe it may have been 7:15, might be wrong. And I feel like that at this point could have been beatable by a lot of people on the world circuit because of how high the women's games got. So for her to beat that kind of just made that more unreachable.
Solidified it.
100%, yeah.
9.
So we've got 3 hours to go in this match. It'd be nice to see Chloe just put in a bit of a performance for these last 3 hours, just to sort of take something away from the day.
I feel like you always want to end the match well. It just kind of is, you know, how you leave.
9.
Yeah.
Feeling a bit better that you did everything you could.
Yeah. I mean, she'd have been dreaming about an upset here today.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, it's probably not going to happen today, and Ella's going to move on to the next round. But Chloe, is she going to learn a lot from this match?
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's always difficult to shoot on a stage like this. And even if you know the weather's good as well, like you know that, you know, it's up to you, really. There's nothing else external. So, you know, Ella's just got one arrow, and she's actually won already. We
were talking about anything can happen in these matches. Anything could happen, and Ella would have still won that match there with that last arrow. So a 149 is a fantastic opening score.
100%. It'll give Ella a lot of confidence going into the next match. She knows everything's good. Like, she's shot on the stage. She doesn't need to change anything. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Might see her after. Yeah, it was a really good match.
Yeah, fantastic start. 149. Quite a lot of X's as well. And she's looking very, very solid. So that was our first quarterfinal match. We're going to go into our second one now, which is going to be Mia, sorry.
And Patience.
And Patience.
Yeah, I mean, these two are, I know, good friends. They shoot together on the junior circuit all the time. I think most of these matches, like, everyone knows each other so well now.
Yeah.
Like, everything's going to be difficult because you're against basically a friend.
Yeah.
Which makes it more comfortable in a way because, you know, you want your other person to do well. But you also, you know, if you get a match where you both shoot well, I think that's the best possible outcome. Like, you know, you don't lose on shooting badly. Like, you both put in the best you can, and that's a much better outcome.
It's interesting to see so many sort of juniors coming through and reaching these sort of senior level finals. I know that there's obviously a junior tour as well, but so many of the lineup across the 2 days is filled with junior archers shooting against these seniors. Yeah,
there really are. I mean, the scores have just got higher for everyone. You know, a lot of them have senior scores. Yeah, they've just, this year especially, I think people have have come up and done a lot. I mean, Patience had her first World Cup this year. She went to Shanghai.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a massive thing, you know, being so young. Probably quite nerve-wracking, like the level. I know when I went last year, you don't expect the level. You don't know what to expect until you literally turn up and shoot.
Yeah.
And it's quite amazing, especially seeing so many women now over 700.
AJ here again in the box.
A favourite today.
Yeah. What makes AJ such a good coach?
He's honestly just so friendly. Like he's pretty much, I think, friends with everyone. I don't know anyone who's not. He's just really lovely, chatty. I feel like that just really calms you in a match. Like I would ask for the exact same thing. Sometimes you don't need someone who knows your technique. Like you need someone who can just talk you through being calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much more important to me, and I think most of the archers as well.
On target number 1, Mia McGran. On target number 2, Patience Wood.
How do you see this match going?
Honestly, I cannot call it. I think this would be really, really interesting. Anything could happen, I think. It will be close.
Yeah.
I think all we can hope is that they both shoot well and leaving the match happy. Both shooting a my bow as well.
Yeah, Mybo, one of our sponsors of today's event. A British company producing quality bows.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's proving it when both of them are up there.
Yeah. Yeah, represented a lot today. A few of the compound men as well shooting my bows. What a
Nice
start.
opening.
Wow.
That's exactly what you want when you shoot first, to put pressure on the other one. Nice.
And she's coped with that extremely well.
We've had every archer open with a 10, I believe.
Good knowledge so far. Very steady.
Yeah, she
Wow.
does look really stable.
The situation not affecting either archer so far.
No. You know, the rain can make it a bit slippy on your release or your front hand, so just making sure pressure's good is important for that.
Can she open this match up with 3 X's? Would be an incredible start. Oh,
Nice.
what
3,
the
maybe
what
X's.
the then that could be 3 X's to start this match. Pressure? What pressure?
10.
Great 10.
Yeah, that's some really, really strong shooting from both of them. Patience will definitely be happy with that. That's what you need.
I don't think there'll be a single person on planet Earth who wouldn't
isn't
be happy
happy,
with
yeah.
that start. Yeah. And that was an important 10 as well for Mia to end that end, because it's very easy to sort of slip behind too far. 2 points in 3 arrows will feel like a sort of long way back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, especially if that other person, you know, they shoot 30. It's obviously how they're going to open the next end. If Patience shoots a 10, like, she's definitely in for a really good match.
Yeah.
But as we saw with Chloe, like, she opened with a 29. It doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you're going to shoot 29 every time. So you just got to try and keep that going.
Yeah.
And put the pressure on the other person.
Yeah. Still absolutely within this match. There's 12 arrows to go. There's only 15 arrows, so like I said, it's very easy to sort of slip too far behind, especially when your opponent's shooting 30s, 10 after 10 after 10. But she's still in it, only 1 point back. But those 3 arrows from Patience were the best 3 arrows we've seen today so far. Mia to go first, as she's behind in the match.
10.
Starts with a 10. Just grouping a little low left.
Yeah.
Interesting or not? Or is it too early in the match, do you feel?
Maybe another couple arrows.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always set your sight a tiny, you know, on the practice field. It's never going to be exactly the same.
9.
You know, one point drop from P there, so.
9.
Another 9 from Mia. Just, yeah, a 10 there would have really sort of just kept her in this, and now Patience got a chance to maintain her lead with a 10, with an X as well.
Nice 10.
X's or 9s, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very easy to drop a point if you hear, like a lot of the time, if you hear a 9 from your opponent, you're like, you slightly relax a little bit.
Yeah.
And can, I think, a bit easier shoot a 9.
Another
Nice.
X. 5 X's and a 9.
Very good.
Very good. So she's got a sight mark.
Yeah,
she's got a sight
100%.
mark, didn't she? Yeah.
1 point advantage over Mia.
Yeah, we was explaining this morning with the Barebows that a lot of their first arrows went right, and I don't know if that was a symptom of the fact that the practice field is on a bit of a cross slope. Now,
Yeah, it can easily happen that, you know, you set your sight. Even, I mean, obviously for compound, like clicking the sight, even a couple clicks is going to throw it off a little bit. And if you're making a slight mistake, you know, when you get on a finals field, you're going to maybe be more tense, you're going to be more nervous. So your shot is never the same, however much you shoot. You know, you just got to try and keep it consistent. So, I mean, Patience has done that. She's definitely, you know, her sight's in, and like that 9 was just probably like a tiny dip.
Yeah.
Mia's shooting well. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with, you know, what she's doing. She's just got to keep going and, yeah, put the pressure on.
Just needs to dial it in just a little bit. I mean, her 9s haven't been missed by a long way, have they? And
Okay, here we go. Target number 1. Shooting first again.
right, into N3. Not much in this match so far. We did say it was going to be a close match, to be fair.
We did.
1 point in it in favour of Patience. Mia to shoot first here.
9.
Just dropping it out with the 10. The group not as tight as Patience.
No, Patience is, wait till after she shoots.
Yeah, don't put the cursor on it. No,
Is
it's an
shooting
X.
really well.
This is incredible shooting. I mean, there's one bad arrow, which is one bad shot, but this grouping is testament to her, 1, her shooting, 2, her setup, and 3, her, I don't know, her bow, her anything.
Yeah, I mean, she just can be, you know, really well prepared, and like, you can have just a really good day shooting where you're like, everything is amazing.
This is incredible shooting.
100%. And sometimes though, she might not even realize like how well you're doing. You're up there, unless you look at the screen, like you can't really see your target. You know, your coach is seeing it.
Yeah.
But you're just focusing on doing your shot and hoping that that's, you know, it's going where you want. And probably if she does see it, probably puts a little bit more pressure on. So maybe don't.
Yeah, but
But you can see that on her face that she wasn't as happy with that one.
yeah, she wasn't as happy with that one at all, was she? But what she's creating for herself on that, by shooting so many arrows in the middle of the target, she's creating a sort of like something easier to aim at almost.
Yeah, a lot of the time, you know, having a black dot is a lot easier to look at. If you keep shooting through it, eventually, like if you're in a qualification, they'll change the target so that you can see, make sure you see all the lines as a judge if you have a line call. But if you're having, you know, all of those in the middle, you're creating something a lot easier to aim at for sure.
Yeah. Interestingly, both archers just openly chatting to each other, very close friends.
Yeah. They go on loads of trips together.
Yeah.
They always are with each other at competitions. I think that's why sometimes it's easier and difficult to shoot against, you know, a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always find it an interesting match because you kind of do want to chat because that's what you do at competitions. You know, it's not in this format. This is very different. But at least they're both relaxed. So hopefully both happy with how they're shooting because they are shooting well.
It's good to see them so relaxed, talking to each other on this finals stage. You know, like they're elevated from the ground. They've got obviously a pack stand behind them.
Yeah.
And they know that they're in a situation here. Good 10.
Depends how much, you know, experience they've had in being on that sort of stage. It can be really intimidating to suddenly be on there and everyone looking at you, and cameras.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
10.
Nice.
Is that the first 10 we've actually seen from
yeah.
her? They've all been X's or 9s, haven't they? Yeah, great shot. So what she needs to do is just start putting these 10s in first. She's got the opportunity. She's got the, like I said, the advantage of going first, so she can put these 10s in and see how Patience responds. And so far. She's responding with 10s as well.
Yeah, they are shooting incredibly well, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, 117 dozen. That's 700 pace, isn't it, for a qualification round?
Yeah.
Possibly a 10.
I mean, it'll make it more interesting if it's equal, because they're both shooting incredibly well.
Neither of these archers actually shot a 700 in qualification round throughout the qualification for this event, but actually both shooting 700 pace in this match. So you can see how their performance is sort of elevated onto this stage.
Yeah, I think you have either, you kind of never have really a mid-level. You either perform extremely well, or you kind of, maybe not flop is the right word, but something along those lines.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know, it can really just get the nerves up, and sometimes that really works for you, and you're in the zone, and that's kind of where your headspace is, you know, meant to be.
They're both having a really good time here on this stage as well, and I think
they are,
the fact that each other is shooting so many 10s sort of means the other has to shoot 10s, and that's probably elevating the performance in this match as well.
It also is going to make you in a good mood. Like, you're probably not going to want to chat to your opponent if both of you are shooting badly, or if one of them's, you know, shooting amazing. You're going to be kind of like, okay, I need to get my head in the game.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's kind of luck. You know, they're both shooting incredibly well. If they shoot like that in the last end, like, you can't do anything more than that.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we've got a tight match here. 3 arrows to go. Mia to shoot first, 1 point behind. And this is what she has to do in this end. She has to shoot these 10s because, I mean, at most these guys are dropping 1 point in a set of 3 arrows. So there is the point. Tied up, 2 arrows to go.
That was the, you know, the pressure was on P then. She knew she had to shoot a 10.
Oh, it's an 8. Door wide open for Patience here.
Yeah, she's not going to be happy with that.
She'll be disappointed with herself, but
if P shoots 10 now, she's, you know, she's doing well.
It's a good shot as well as straight in the X. Yeah, she's done that a lot in this match. And this is what I mean about compounds. It's that easy to sort of throw a match away. I mean, there's a 2 point difference, 1 hour to go. 9.
Just. Hopefully she, you know, she is happy with how she did that match, because it's never nice to end on, you know, something lower than the rest of the match, but she did shoot really well.
An 8, and she's through, and it's a 9.
Nice.
It's such a shame. It's just so easy to sort of crack under this pressure with compound, isn't it? It's
100%. You start shaking a bit more, and you know you could be into the 8, your whole line of sight, and you've just, you know, you can't come down. You've got 20 seconds, and you can just kind of hope that what you're doing is right. And I mean, it was kind of a blessing for Patience to for Patience, because you know it was just so close.
Yeah. Yeah, a very interesting match, and we were right, it was going to be close, and it did take a sort of bad arrow to sort of split these two, unfortunately. We want to see good arrows constantly, obviously, but, you know, this is what happens, you know, and 8 is a massive, massive door for your opponent to walk through.
Are we saying AJ's the lucky coach on this one?
So far, he's winning both matches so far, isn't he? Yeah. And unfortunately, that means Mia is going home now. That was a quarterfinal match compared to this morning, where it was only 4 archers who made the final. For the compound category, there's 8 people in this final. So Mia's going home now, and Patience is moving on into the semifinals.
Another thing from this morning at the Barebows, I was chatting about off the mics, is that whenever you're on that stage, I don't know if this feels right, but like I was told that the gap that you have between the stage that the targets are on and the stage you're standing on makes things feel a lot further away. So it can be really jarring coming off that practice field and there just being that gap in the floor between where you're standing and where the target is. It can really throw some people off. Would you find that's true with compound as well as a barebow?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously barebow, the aiming's different. So with the compound, you know, you've got your sight, hopefully you're sighted in, but even the feeling of the floor, you always find that, you know, you've been shooting on grass, especially if it's been raining, like it's going to feel different. That's why indoors, outdoors is so different, because, you know, you're on a hard ground. It does, hopefully it doesn't put you off. but it'll be something more to think about. And the stage looks pretty stable as well, so that's good. We've had some wobbly stages in random places.
So moving on into our third quarterfinal. How do you feel about these two archers?
I think if both of them shoot well, we have an interesting match again. You know, Layla's the higher ranked.
And the more experienced?
Yeah, definitely more experienced. She's been on the senior team for a really long time. She's Antalya World Cup bronze team medalist this year, and 7th at the National Tour final. Oh, it's her 7th one.
7th final for such a young age as well is incredible, isn't it? Great 10 to start the match as well. This is what I'm going to see with the compounds. We're going to see a lot of 10s, and it's going to take a sort of bad arrow to split these archers. And that's what makes compounds so interesting. Bad arrows like that is a door open.
That is kind of the worst thing to happen on a first arrow.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's had it. That's not, everyone's felt that. It's just how Hallie comes back now to shoot. But, I mean, if Layla keeps shooting like that, she's in for the win.
You can almost recover from a 7 in a qualification round, but in a 15-hour match, there's not enough time to sort of recover from it. She's very reliant now on Layla to mess up.
Yeah. And once Layla's shooting well, she's an extremely good archer.
Yeah.
I mean, even there, she knew that wasn't a 10. She didn't need a 10 right now, so.
She's in the 10 now. Not the most convincing shot, but it's in the 10.
Yeah.
And a bit of a settler. 3 points back. It's a long way back after 3 hours, but there's 12 more to go. And as long as she can find her form.
Yeah.
Do you think she has a chance? I know it's an early days in this match.
I think, honestly, anything can happen. She can definitely come back and at least shoot. I mean, you never know. She could just keep shooting 10 from now on. Like, Hallie is a really good shooter. She's done a lot. She's not been on a senior trip, but she's, shot with the seniors a lot. Yeah, anything can happen.
You have to have had a lot of matches against other senior archers to get to this final, throughout throughout the year. There's 5 stages, and you've shot enough matches against enough people to know how to shoot them.
Yeah, you have that experience. Maybe not as much on the finals field, but Hallie does. I mean, she was team bronze medal at the European Youth Champs. And individual bronze medal this year. Like, she shot so well. And Lila Shaw in 2022, she was the under-18 bronze medalist as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, gold medalist. She was European champion. She's been on the final stage a lot, so she knows how to come back from a bad arrow.
All these juniors have come in with so much sort of international match experience. Even though even if it is on the junior European stage, it's still vital experience to have for these sort of national tour days.
Yeah, it gives you kind of just the level might be slightly higher in the seniors, but I mean when you watch Patience and Mia, you see that actually there's not much between it.
Yeah. Well, she started this end 3 points back, and after 1 hour, she's only 2. And she keeps putting 10s in like that.
Yeah.
She's going to put the pressure on Layla. A 9 here would make it a 1 point match, and that's how quickly it can turn. Seems like a good shot. She nodded her head straight away.
Yeah, you can see the nod. We love the nod.
We love the nod.
Yeah.
Fantastic end.
Yeah.
After that horrible first arrow, she needed
She
needed a good 3 arrows.
If Layla puts a 10 in now, like she's just put the pressure on Hallie.
Ooh, 9.
Well, she knew that wasn't a 10.
Yeah. I mean, this is it. This is a 1 point game now already, and interestingly, Haley shot more 10s than Layla.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you know, that one mistake, it's always annoying at the, you know, if it's the first hour of the match, but you know, it can be nerves. You've just got up there, you're worried about timing. You know, you could come back from that.
Yeah.
I think she's proving that anyway. If you shoot a 30, the end after.
First hour nerves as well, wasn't it? I mean, it was literally the first hour that went in 7, and since then, those 5 hours she shot since have been better than Layla's.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Layla's group's really good. She's just had a couple, but you can see from her face when she does that. I'm the same when I shoot. I mean, if you shoot a bad shot, like, the person will know.
Yeah.
You know, you make a face or you say something, and you know it's your fault, but then you kind of do know you can come back from that if you've made that mistake because you know what you've done.
Yeah.
That's the different, you know, being a good archer. Layla's able to identify what she did and just be like, okay, next one.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got that resilience, sort of mental resilience, isn't she?
Yeah. She's a very strong archer.
Yeah. So Button to shoot first here. She's behind in the match, only by 1 now. And constantly shooting 10s as well. Interestingly, the
really
group was a bit
up.
low. Do you think her coach would have had an input there into making that arrow go high? I know maybe perhaps a bit of a sight move.
Yeah, as I said earlier, like, the archer probably doesn't actually see the group.
Yeah.
So you're relying on your coach to look and be like, you know, your group's low, probably move your sight a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully her coach did do that. And the 7, like, maybe, you know, it wasn't actually that bad. Maybe she was aiming in the 8 and, you know, it just went too low. I mean, as you can see, it's just out, so. But they've really picked up the game.
I mean, she started this match with a 7 and then a 9, and she's just had straight 10s since. It'd be interesting if that's sort of playing on Layla's mind, do you know what I mean? Like, her opponent hasn't missed a 10 since the first end.
I think, you know, having Hallie shoot a 7 in your mind, you can probably go, Layla might think, oh, well, you know, this might be an easy match.
Yeah.
And then a 9, and then, you know, Layla's still shooting 10s, but now she's actually being put under pressure, and this is an important arrow.
She now has to shoot 10s to stay ahead, whereas she didn't need to do that initially. It's just slipped out into a 9.
Equal. Interesting match.
Yeah, it's a totally different dynamic to the last match, where it was sort of tit for tat kind of thing in the last match, wasn't it? One was shooting 10s, one was shooting 9. So, but like, Hallie has had to come back from 4 points down after 2 arrows to now be tied with 6 arrows to go.
Yeah, I mean, this is Hallie's 2nd national tour, so very different to Layla's 7th national tour.
Yeah.
So, you know, that will give Layla some more experience to potentially, you know, if it's tied at the end, to need that resilience to keep going and not be nervous on those last few arrows.
Hallie's got an experienced coach in her box there.
She does, Stuart. So he works with the juniors and the para team, and has worked with the senior team. He's a great coach. He works with a lot of the juniors. So having him behind will give Hallie like confidence, because you know he knows her technique, he knows her personality.
Yeah.
He's been on all the trips with her. That's really important.
Interestingly, we had a Barebow archer this morning have no coach for his 2 matches.
Really?
Yeah. Do you think having someone behind you there is vital, or can some people get away with not having anyone?
I think you rather have the right person than the wrong, like no person than the wrong person, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
You don't want someone behind you who doesn't really know you that well or says the wrong thing. Saying the wrong thing is really going to throw you off.
Yeah.
So if you can be in your own headspace on your own, then that's great.
Well, we're tied up in this match. Coaches are going to come into play, to be honest with you, to keep these guys focused. And a good 10 from Layla to start this 4th end.
10.
This is just making it a really close match.
It is. It is. We know that there's a bad arrow in these archers, but they're not showing it anymore. Looks good. It's just a little low. The door's just cracked open slightly. This would be the first time. A 10 here. This would be the first time she had the lead in this match.
10.
And it's a 10 on the line. It's on the line, but it's a 10. And she's now got the lead for the first time with 4 arrows to go in this match.
this might push Layla to really need that 10.
She's in a spot here that she hasn't been in.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic 10. How is she going to sort of cope with this sort of new dynamic to the match? 3 hours to go. 4 hours for Haley. It's a 10. They're not massively convincing 10s, but they are all 10s.
All they have to do is just touch the line and they're in.
Giving her a 1 point lead now. 115 to 11.
3 hours to go. Hallie's finally got the lead in this match. 1 point lead be it. Can she hold on? Or is Layla's experience going to come through here?
I honestly think Layla could do this if she puts in a good last. She has a lot of resilience. And if she puts in a 30, she's in. She could easily do it. And we did see Hallie drop earlier. I know it's the first one, but, she can do it again. And hopefully Layla can just try and shoot her best in this.
Mentally, obviously, so that first hour from Hallie was 7. A large part of that has to have been nerves. I mean, her slight mark's not going to be that far off, so it's got to have been nerves. And for the first time in this match now, she hasn't been chasing. She's now ahead. Yeah. Are those nerves going to come back? Is she going to have a sort of moment again, and that's going to let Layla in to steal this match?
Yeah, your mindset changes. Like, now that she's ahead, she'll be thinking, this is mine to lose.
Yeah.
If she shoots 30, then she's done it. But she'll be shooting last, so she'll have that pressure on her.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully with Layla's experience, she can just put in a good end and she can be happy to walk away, whether that's a win or lose.
Job number 1 for Layla, shoot 10s. Taking a little longer than we're used to. You can hear the coach counting down. It's a 9. That might
that was
help.
A longer shot.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to help Hallie here, but it might even help her nerves.
Yeah, she'll know that there's potentially a bigger gap. And, if she does drop, it's not going to be the end of the world. But that is just out.
Just out, yeah. Not even a bad shot, that.
No, like, she still looks comfortable.
Yeah.
Her sight is still probably slightly low. She's only had that 1 arrow that's been high, so she's kind of like on the line the whole time.
Yeah, fantastic.
Layla needs that.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how Hallie holds up here. 2 hours to go. 1 point lead. It's on the line, but it is a 10.
Layla needs a 10 now to put the pressure on Hallie to...
Anything less is probably not going to be good enough.
No. And the thing is, she knows that.
She winced, but it was an X.
Yeah.
Pressure back to Hallie. She needs a 10 to win this match. Anything less, she's opening the door for Layla to win this match. Dodgy arrow. It's a 9. Oh my days. Into a shoot-off. This is a very interesting match. This has been...
It is. Our first compound shoot-off.
Yeah. So we're going to go into a shoot-off. It's a 1 arrow shoot-off. Literally closest to the middle goes through to the next round.
Yeah, and that is a lot more pressure than having 15 arrows. Can be difficult knowing Hallie open with that 7. That's going to always kind of be in the back of your head. But she's also had some good arrows, so she really needs to remember that. And Layla's group's probably been a bit wider, but she can very easily shoot an X. And both the archers know that they need to put in the best they can.
Will it take an X to win this match, do you think, this shoot-off?
I think it might. I'm gonna predict.
Oh.
Actually, no, I shouldn't.
No, you've started now. Start, you have to finish.
One of them with an X. One of them with a 9.
Yeah, okay. Experience is vital here, I think. The amount of matches that Layla would have shot in the 7 years at the National Tour Final, but also at her internationals and all of the events that she shot in the National Tour, the amount of times she's probably had a shoot-off is going to come into it, I think. Stats guy, quick.
Yes, Layla has had a shoot-off this season, in fact. At the British Target Champs during her bronze medal match, it went to a shoot-off against Patience, and it went X for Patience and a 10 for Layla. So we should be expecting some great things coming up here.
We did see Patience do a lot of X's earlier, so that doesn't
Yeah.
shock me, to be fair.
Okay, Layla, start number 1. Who will shoot the first
But the
arrow?
first arrows in this match was a 10 to a 7, so an interesting way to end this match. Layla's going to have the advantage going first. Is it an advantage going first?
Slightly. I mean, if she puts in a good arrow, it's kind of just luck how Hallie does, I think.
Again, it's taken a bit of time. It's just
No.
out
It's
to the
opened
9.
the door for Hallie.
How is she going to cope with this pressure? Can she knock out the 7-time National Tour finalist? Not happy with it. It's a 10. Oh, my God. I think if all we saw was the shots of the archers, the actual shots they made, I'd have put money on Layla's shot being in the 10 and Hallie's being in the 9, but it's not. And the 7-time Tour finalist is out in the quarterfinal stage. Hallie going through into the semi-finals. Experience faltered.
It did, yeah. No, it's quite surprising. I can't imagine, Layla will be happy. If you're the high-ranked archer, you're always going to come in hoping that you get into the top 4. So it will be difficult, but she'll go away and, she'll work on stuff and ready for indoors.
That's how tight this category is. I mean, obviously, Layla ranked 2nd and Hallie ranked 7th coming into today. Oh, sorry, no, 4th and 5th, was it?
Third and
6th.
sixth.
Sorry, my fault. My fault. 3rd and 6th. The category is so tight. The performances that these guys put in is, I mean, there's points in it, minimal amount of points, even across 15 arrows. So we're going to move on into our next match, which is going to be Jodie Grinham against Izzy Carpenter. Izzy qualifying for this event in 2nd place, Jodie in 7th. Jodie. Sorry, I'm just watching the archers come out, the coaches come out, and trying to see who's in the box.
Stuart.
Stuart,
Again?
yeah, Stuart in Jodie's box and Izzy's father in hers. Jodie is back from the Paralympics where she shot last week and she won 2 medals.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible if anyone watched that match.
Jodie won individual bronze in her category, but she also won gold medal in the mixed team event. She is 7 months pregnant. She could pop at any moment. I think you were in. If she did, were you not? You were going to be shooting.
I bought everything just in case.
So if she makes it all the way to the final and then goes into late, do you then?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Someone might have to take over the commentating. We've got really strong archers here. If they're both on their top game, this is, I would say, probably one of the best matches. I would have thought. I couldn't predict this.
I'm really intrigued by this match because Izzy is the only person to have beaten Ella this year.
Yes. Yeah.
And Jodie, obviously, fantastic event last week at the Paralympics, but she also shot a PB in the qualification round during that event. So she's obviously showing form.
Yeah.
She's won a lot of matches last week at a much bigger event than the National Tour final. I think I can say that about the Paralympics, can't I?
Definitely, yeah.
So she's shown a lot of form. She might even be unfazed by this situation. Izzy to shoot first. Wow. I wasn't expecting an 8.
No, neither. Izzy's not going to be happy with that. So it opens a door for Jodie here.
9.
Fantastic start, 9. Steady start even, not fantastic.
Izzy needs a good arrow to come back from that.
So 9. She's working her way
Just a bit
towards the
left.
middle, but we need a quicker sort of rally than that. Looking very, very steady.
10.
Solid 10. Not looking stable.
No.
3 seconds to go. Poor start. Very, very
Yeah.
poor start. 9.88
She's
is.
going to be disappointed with that one.
Yeah. Jodie's got a chance to sort of solidify a strong lead here.
9.
9. Just high. All right, and Izzy's pretty much all left.
Yeah. Low left and high right, basically. Yeah, very poor start, Lizzie. Not expecting that. Izzy, sorry.
No, she yeah, she won't be happy. Hopefully, you know, she's talking to her coach and just, you know, say everything's fine, you know, go through process and, you know, get back on the second end and just hopefully shoot 30. Just come back and you just want to do well after that, really.
Yeah. It must be a little bit daunting knowing that you're shooting against someone who's just won a Paralympic gold medal.
Absolutely. Like, Jodie's, you know, ranked 7th here, and Izzy's 2nd, so you technically have the advantage, but with Jodie actually shooting so well recently,
Yeah.
there's not that much advantage at this point. Yeah, I mean, you know, she's just been traveling pretty much all week. You know, she's come back. She's probably really tired.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends how she's feeling, but, you know, she's not showing that at all. So
Obviously, being a Paralympic year, she hasn't actually shot that many national tour events, which is the sort of qualifying standard to get into this final. So she might even be better than the 7th place qualification.
yeah,
Do
absolutely.
you know what I mean? So she might, you know, if she had a chance to shoot more events, she
Yeah.
might have qualified higher.
Yeah,
You know,
this,
she's a
this
bit
year
of an
she shot
unknown.
really well compared to, I'd say, other years. She's, you know, she's got into the Paralympics.
Yeah.
Izzy needed that.
Yeah, she had to shoot a 10 with that arrow. And interestingly, every arrow's got closer to the just out 9. This might be a very similar sort of dynamic to the last match where one person had a sort of commanding lead
Yeah,
that gets
and then,
whittled away.
yeah, kind of depends on, you know, stamina. If Izzy can keep up and just keep shooting 10s now,
Yeah.
she can take the lead.
Yeah. Yeah, nice solid arrow. Solid
And the
shot.
other 9's just out.
Yeah.
It's not going to be by much. But Izzy knows that she's not going to have much leeway with this. Like, she's got to shoot 10s.
Looks solid enough, yeah. Good 10. I mean, it's putting the pressure on Jodie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Jodie's faced a lot of pressure in recent weeks, so probably unfazed. It looks 10ish to me.
I think it could be in.
Yeah. A 10 there would maintain a 2-point lead going into the third end. A 9, and we're suddenly looking at a 1-point game.
Yeah, I think it makes it an interesting match. We've already had the, you know, Layla was the higher ranked archer and she got knocked out, so maybe that will happen again.
Yeah, a lot of these archers just leaving doors open at the moment instead of like, so in that first match we saw Ella just shooting 10s, and any door that was left open by Chloe was just walked straight through by Ella, whereas, you know, Layla here lost that match because she didn't walk through those doors. And you know, Jodie, she's had a few doors, she's not quite walked through them yet.
No, Izzy's definitely still got a chance. You know, only been 2 ends, anything can happen, as I say.
Yeah.
But, you know, Jodie has a good chance if she keeps shooting like she is.
At the end of the day, she's got the lead, and if she shoots 10s, she'll win this match.
Yeah. I mean, on paper, you know, Izzy and Jodie have both had season best of this in the national tours with a 6.93. So, you know, even though there's a big difference in, you know, 7th and 2nd, it's actually not that different.
Interesting, very interesting. It's all about how these archers can cope under this pressure, to be fair. And since that first end, all Izzy's done is shoot 10s.
I think it can really put, you know, in your mind, you have no choice, you have to do that.
Yeah.
Which can make it slightly easier for you.
Fantastic X there. That one that was close to the line for Jodie in the last end was called up to a 10, so we were right. Our eyes are good. She has a 2-point lead. Just slipping out into the 9, high left. There was a potential that Izzy's sort of sight was set wrong because those first 3 hours were very low.
Yeah.
Fantastic X10.
Great for Jodie.
Really good shooting. She did this at the Paralympics when there was a door open. Like I said, she was walking through it, and yeah, she seems to be doing that today where Layla didn't in the last match. Ooh,
9.
Is that a 9? It's very high.
I think it's just in.
Our spotters are very confident. This is a very big opportunity for Jodie.
9.
It's a 9. No
Still
damage,
3-point
nothing
lead.
lost. Yeah, nothing lost. She did pull away again in that end of arrows. She's got a 3-point lead where she did have a 2-point. 6 hours to go, 3-point lead.
Yeah.
It's a fairly big lead.
It is a big lead. Like if Jodie keeps shooting like she is, and Izzy doesn't, you know, make a comeback again, then you know it could be lost.
Yeah.
It could be Jodie's for sure.
Jodie's not dropping enough points here, is she, for Izzy to sort of rely on her? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Izzy's got to shoot 10s now. A 6, 3 10s, 3 10s in these next 2 ends, and maybe she has a chance. But
Yeah.
Jodie's not dropping enough points just yet.
No, she is. She's shooting really well. But I mean, we saw Izzy shoot a 30 in the second end, so that can easily happen again.
Oh, we
she
know
just
she's-
needs to get ahead in the game.
We know she's got it in there, don't we?
Yeah.
Scores have been confirmed by our target team.
What a high Jodie must be riding at the moment.
Oh, 100%.
Couple of medals last week.
Yeah.
She's in the national tour final now. She's about to give birth to a second child.
I think 2024 is a good year for
Yeah,
her.
I think I think this one she'll remember this year, won't she? To the task at hand then. Izzy's to shoot first. She's behind in the match. Behind by 3 points. 6 hours to go. She needs to shoot a little bit better than she has been. Find that form for that second end with a 10.
Good from Izzy.
That's what she has to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Five
she
more
doesn't
of
really
those.
have a choice now.
5 more of those and she might stand a chance. Especially if Jodie's going to start. Ooh, that was called a 10.
Could be a line call.
I was convinced that was just
Stuart's
out.
face might have indicated could be a 9.
Okay. Well, we're going to
Bit longer
assume
from-
for now it's 2-point lead. And well,
Yeah, she won't be happy. That was a longer shot.
she's pulled 1 point. She's potentially pulled 1 point back, and now she's potentially given 2 back. A 10 here. Either way,
Yeah.
you know, she's lost ground. When after gaining some, she's given it straight back.
She needs a 10 to just kind of come back from that
Yeah.
8.
That's another
Just
9.
out. Didn't look like a bad shot.
She's just
Might
widening
just-
that door open
yeah.
a little bit. Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jodie's
X10.
probably feeling quite confident now.
Yeah.
A 4-point lead is a big lead when Jodie's not shooting anything less than a 9.
There's not a lot of pressure being put on
No.
Jodie here, is there?
No, she can do this.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go into the last end like this, you know, you need 3 9s and you've won still.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of pressure for this sort of shooting.
Especially when you haven't shot an 8 in the match at all.
Exactly.
you
You've
know?
got that confidence of knowing that's not likely for me.
Yeah.
There's always a little voice in the back of your head going, "Oh, but what if?"
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But you just got to stay in the game, and you have the evidence to go, "No, I am good. Like this
Yeah.
is what I've done." And Stuart's there, and he knows Jodie's shooting. So
Yeah, looking confident, looking relaxed, and to be honest with you, not a lot of pressure being put on. So
Jodie's very relaxed when she shoots. I mean, when we were watching the Paralympic matches, she was still dancing on the line.
yeah, yeah. She's got bigger fish to fry at the moment, isn't she? She's growing a person inside of her, so
So
she
a
probably
lot of
didn't
effort, yeah.
probably weren't too fussed. Even if it was the Paralympics,
Yeah.
probably wasn't overly fussed. She did
She's
look
just enjoying
elated
it.
when she won those medals, though, and winning that gold medal with Nathan as well. Fantastic match and fantastic achievement from both of them.
Yeah, no, those matches she shot incredibly well. You know, she didn't fly through them. There was no easy shooting. Like she earned it.
Yeah.
She shot every arrow, you know, to win.
Right then, nothing. Oh, did that It was a 10.
It wasn't, yeah.
Jodie's was a
There's a bigger lead here. Izzy just wants to end this one well.
Yeah, a 6-point lead for Jodie.
10.
We're now in the realms of
Yeah.
needing some sort of malfunction
Yeah.
for Jodie to lose this match and
Yeah.
for Izzy to progress.
9.
I've seen her shoot a lot better than she has in this match,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
she's not going to be happy. It is difficult when...
That's the first 8 we've seen.
Yeah, but that's the thing, even with that, she's still way ahead.
Yeah, it's almost too little too late from, you know, from Jodie. She's extremely relaxed. 1 hour to go. 5 points in it. It's an 8.
Yeah, Izzy's probably going to be... It's disappointing when you know you can actually shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Jodie just
way
has to
more than
score
that.
here, and she's won the match. And it's a 9, and she did deserve to win that match. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that a 1-4-2 is going to win the national tour finals day, but it was obviously
It's
plenty
good enough
enough.
for that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're, you know, against someone who's potentially not shooting their best, it can make you not shoot your best because you know you don't have to do... You just have to do enough to win.
Yeah, and that's all she's done.
And that was enough.
I think if Izzy knew that her opponent was going to shoot a 1-4-2, she'd have backed herself 10 times out of 10 to win that match.
Yeah.
She just didn't show up for this particular match, unfortunately.
Sometimes when you know, we saw Hallie shot 7, but she came back and she really fought for that. But, you know, if you shoot Izzy opened with an 8, maybe she was like, oh, I've lost it.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on your mindset rather than just straight away trying to fight.
Yeah. Well, you can't open a door like that wide to a Paralympic champion, can you, at the end of the day?
No.
A lot of love between the two, though.
Yeah.
Very close-knit community, I think, the Compound ladies.
It really is. We've all started to, I think within the past few years, like actually be genuinely really good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd all, you know, most of us would hang out outside of archery.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, important when you're actually shooting a sport all the time. You actually want to be friends with these people.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Otherwise, that makes life slightly more difficult. So, no, it's really nice to actually enjoy everyone's company.
Fantastic stuff. So that's the first 4 quarterfinals done. We're moving on into the semifinals next. And we've got Ella shooting that 149 in that first match, going up against Patience, who shot basically a million X's in that first match.
She just kept going.
Yeah.
Shot a 146, Patience in her last match. So if they're both shooting on their game, yeah, that could be a really interesting match for Ella and Patience.
Yeah. So you can see here from the graphic, Ella against Patience in the first semi-final again, and then Hallie and Jodie in the second semi-final. All archers now will have a medal match to shoot. It's just about which match they're going to go into. Are they going to go in to claim the title, or are they going to go into the bronze medal match?
I mean, you always want to get into that gold match because, you know, you're guaranteed a medal.
Yeah.
But, you know, everyone's gonna want to win their semi-final. Just we hope for a good scoring match, which both of these two have both done this.
This particular match, I'm very interested to see how it goes. I mean, Patience has the ability to put a bit of pressure on Ella. I know Ella's been able to cope with all sorts of pressure over a sort of relatively young career so far. But the amount of X's and, yeah, the amount of X's that Patience can shoot, see if it can crack Ella.
Yeah, I don't think Patience is going to give this away. Like, she is really tough. She can, you know, if she shoots a 30, for example, she can really put the pressure on Ella, and Ella probably knows that. You know, some people will be like, oh, I'm against Ella Gibson, world #1, and then they don't try because they feel like they don't have a chance. But actually, you know, Patience does have that chance to put the pressure on.
And she might have the mentality of, okay, maybe other people think I have lost this match already, but if I just shoot 10s, there's a chance I win, obviously.
Yeah, and it gives, you know, Ella's the one to lose this match, really.
Yeah. Well, opening with a 9.
Just out.
Patience first 3 hours in the last match were all X's.
10.
I mean, it's 10.
Just.
I didn't know if it was an X or a 10. It was close. And she's got the lead after 1 hour. Solid X.
10.
Yeah. She knew she needed that.
This is going to be a high-scoring match, I think.
Yeah.
Solid again, yeah.
X10.
Fantastic.
Patience is shooting really nice today.
Yeah, she is shooting really well. The rhythm that she has with these 10s, the sort of timing is impeccable. That's a 9 again from her. Interesting.
So Patience is, you know, if she gets a 10 here, she's got a 2-point lead, which is a big lead when you're shooting like this.
She'd have ripped your hand off for a 2-point lead in this match. Wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, just a bit of
Just.
adrenaline, pushing it a little bit high. She still has the lead,
Yeah.
1-point lead.
29 Ella on
Probably wouldn't have been expecting that from 3 hours,
No.
from the first 3 hours especially.
But I think Ella can, I mean, definitely come back from this. She's got the experience in being behind in a match and coming back in most situations. So, you know, if Patience keeps going like this, though, then you never know.
Yeah, we obviously know Ella's got the ability to just shoot 12 10s in a row here, but Patience has shown that ability too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, depending on the day, like, you know, you can just have such a good day where everything feels just really good and
Yeah.
you just feel like you're shooting well, and Patience is doing that.
Yeah, and even that 9 looked like it was a great shot. It wasn't a
Yeah.
flinchy one. She didn't try to save it or anything like this. It was just a good shot that just popped a little bit high or
Yeah.
just aimed a little bit high, and that was that.
There could be overcompensation for the rain because
Yeah.
it's gonna, you know, push your arrows down when it's raining.
Okay.
So they've probably changed their sights a little bit
Mhm.
to make it go slightly higher because it has got a bit heavier now.
Would you have practiced between your last match and now, do you think? Or would
Yes.
you would have, yeah?
Yeah, especially like Ella shot the first match, Patience was the second. So yeah, they'd probably have gone back and shot a few ends, just make sure
10.
everything's still good because,
Yeah.
you know, nerves are gonna, you come off the stage, you might have less adrenaline, you need to get back in the game.
Solid start to this end from Ella, world number 1. And a solid start from Patience in this second end as well.
And Patience has now got Stuart behind her.
2 Titan coaches in this match.
There is a lot. So AJ's now behind
X10.
Ella.
That's almost dead center for Ella. We don't expect her to struggle under the pressure, but
9.
It's now
she did
equal
shoot 2
match.
9s in that last end, so tied up after 5 hours. Very relaxed sort of form, isn't it? Fantastic.
Yeah.
What a group as
See,
well.
this is where Ella, you know,
Score.
comes in really good because, you know, she shot the 28, but she's come back and shot 30, 3x.
9.
9, unfortunately, just slipped.
Just on the right.
Yeah, just slipped them away a little bit. I don't think she's got enough. She hasn't got a lot of room for errors, Patience, in this match.
No, she really has to just basically just shoot 10s now.
Yeah.
And she can do that very easily. We've seen that in her last match.
And interestingly, Ella's shown that she can actually drop some points as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not over in this match. All Patience has to do is shoot 10s, put the pressure on Ella.
Yeah.
Patience is going to be first now, shooting first as she's behind in the match.
Yeah.
So she has the opportunity to do that, put the pressure on.
Ella knows she can get to the gold final. I think that's sometimes more difficult because, you know, she is the ranked 1. She should be in the gold final on paper, and it kind of just depends on the day, like who you're against, what the conditions are like, how the other person shoots. We saw, you know, Chloe didn't shoot her best. She's probably not overly happy with that, but it gave Ella that ability to get into this match, but Patience isn't giving that much.
Yeah. Well, Ella's world number 1. She's world record holder. She's shot the amount of matches under pressure she'd have shot this year, even as you know, it's just going to solidify her chances. But Patience has shot extremely well today,
Yes.
and
That does make a difference.
it does make a difference. Yeah. So Patience to shoot first. Again, she's got the opportunity to just to put the pressure on Ella. And if she can find that form that she had in the first match, where it was just X after X after X, She can put the pressure on. Unfortunately, one's just slipped out. There is an asterisk on it. It will get looked at by the judges. So an opportunity possibly for that one to get upgraded to a 10.
10.
I mean, even Ella's 9s are just out.
Yeah.
Compared to Patience's, which are probably, you know, it's halfway out.
Yeah. But as we stand, there's a 2-point difference in this match. Can't be shooting 9s and just letting Ella creep further and further ahead.
I mean, even a 3-point gap is a big gap now.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're nearly halfway through this match now. Basically halfway through this match, and there's a 3-point difference. Good X.
Nice.
That's what I like to see.
She knows she can do it. She's done it all day.
Solid shot again. Good 3 10s from Ella. Couple of X's.
So
yeah.
Again, a perfect score there for Ella Gibson.
Yeah, she knew after that first end, it's, you know, sometimes you need a push to go, no, I need to actually shoot well here. Like, I'm not going to be able to just slide through. And that's the difference in her first match. She didn't have that. She just got through on shooting fine.
Yeah.
Well, I say fine. It was a 149.
I mean, she's dropped 3 points so far today, and all other archers have nearly dropped that in one end.
Yeah.
I think we've had an upgrade for Patience arrow in that end. Or has the stats guy ruined me here? Apparently he's heard it.
You see the archers and the coaches smiling though, so that's good. You need that. And
Nice
they're
and
checking their
relaxed.
arrows.
Patience there just talking, having a little bit of a laugh with her coach, Stuart.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, you know, Stuart's been on trips. He's, you know, coaches the juniors all the time, so they've got a really good, you know, relationship, and that's really important. You know, out on a finals field when you need someone to kind of cheer you up, who knows you as a person.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the difference is, you know, Ella knows her technique. She's used to shooting on her own, so she needs someone to kind of, you know, have that pep talk, be like, you can do this, you've got this. That's more important than telling you how to do your shot.
Just to keep the negative thoughts at bay kind of thing,
Yeah. That's the only thing without a coach that would be a struggle.
Yeah, you've got to be extremely strong mentally without a coach, haven't you?
I would applaud anyone who does that.
Okay, so we are 2 points. 2-point game. In favour of Ella. With a 10 here, she'll have a 3-point lead with 5 hours to go. This match is somehow staying closer than it feels like it is.
Yeah.
It feels like Ella's shooting much stronger than Patience, and it feels like she should be a lot further ahead than 3 points, but it's only a 3-point game.
Yeah, I think the difference in the groups, you can definitely see, like, Ella's is extremely tight in the X and the 10. Patience is, you know, a little bit more spread.
Yeah.
9.
She's pulled a point back there. 2 points in it, 4 hours to go.
See, 2 points is not a lot, honestly.
Oh, she's just touched the line there. She needed that just to stay in. It didn't look like the most convincing shot. It's just clipped the 10.
Ella's going to know, you know, there's not really a big gap now. She's going to need a 10 to...
Oh, there's a 9. 1 point in it. I think this is very interesting. Another interesting match.
Yeah.
This is like, I feel like Ella should be miles ahead in this match, but she's not. And she's now only 1 point ahead with 3 hours to go and showing that she can crack.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, I've seen every single archer shoot a really good match and a really bad match. That's why it's so difficult to predict any match with these, because it does depend on everything. And if Ella stays strong, then she can win this. But if Patience does, she has a massive chance, honestly. Yeah. And they're both shooting well.
And again, Patience is going to have the advantage going first. She's going to be able to put this pressure on Ella. And yeah, I mean, Ella's showing some vulnerabilities here.
Yeah, she is. She's not going to be happy with, dropping 4 and 2 in 2 ends, actually. So she's had 2 ends of 30 and 2 ends of 28. So she needs to put that 30 in again. You see her, she always fist bumps. The very violent fist bump to AJ. It really hurts, trust me. So they need to put in some 10s now.
Yeah. This is it then. Last 3 hours of this first semi-final. Winner goes through to the gold medal. Loser goes to the bronze. Patience to shoot first. 1 point behind the world #1, Ella. A trademark X here from Patience to put the pressure on.
X10.
And it is. Fantastic
It's
shot.
a good type of commentator curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How will Ella respond? Bit of a quick shot. It's in the 10.
I mean, Ella's groups are really good. When they're a good shot, you can tell that is in the X.
2 hours to go. 1 point in it. Oh, she needed to keep these in the 10, I think.
It might be enough for Ella to just, if she gets a 10 here, she's going to feel like she's got this. She knows she has.
It's a 10. It's a 10. It means that no matter what Patience shoots here, a 9 from Ella wins this match and goes through to the gold medal. She needs a 10. Put the pressure on, and it is.
10.
It's really good shooting from Patience, though. Like, she definitely deserves to be.
Ella has been nowhere near shooting an 8, and all she needs to win this match is a 9, and it's a 10. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Very
Just
good
2 bad
shooting.
ends from Ella in that match.
She might
Everything
have
else.
just got a bit more relaxed. Maybe not enough, feeling like she needed the 30, because a lot of the time she feels, you have to get that 30. You have no choice.
Yeah.
But Patience did really put the pressure on, and she knew she needed that 30 last end.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting. I think the winner of the next semi-final might feel like if they can put some pressure on Ella, there's a chance that this isn't a full-blown conclusion.
Yeah. I mean, this is an unexpected semi-final, Hallie and Jodie. So I think it'll be interesting, like, if they both shoot well. Like, Hallie did everything she could to come back from that, and Jodie's shooting really well. So I think that'll be an interesting semi-final.
I hadn't thought about that, actually. The semi-final that we just witnessed there, the winner was always going to go up against an underdog from the previous quarterfinals. So Jodie being an underdog against Izzy, and Hallie being an underdog against Layla. There was always going to be an underdog in that final.
Yeah, I mean, they may not, you don't necessarily come in knowing that, I can shoot well today, I can, get into the gold. But, I mean, you're maybe less likely to think that if you're against, for example, Layla or Izzy, because you know how well they can shoot. And it's just that today, Hallie and Jodie shot better, so I think that will make a good match for Ella and Patience.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our second semi-final. Stuart in the box again for Jodie.
We've got Chloe Bear in the box for Hallie. A lot of coach switching today.
Yeah.
Everyone's
sharing.
changing. Yeah.
So second semi-final, winner again goes through to the gold medal match. Rain just seems to be coming down a little bit more. Photographers and work staff all with their hoods up. Obviously the archers don't have that luxury, unfortunately. And the rain's going to make you feel a little bit colder as well.
Yeah, I'd say definitely still a bit humid, a bit warm. Maybe the rain might cool you down a little bit. But I think most archers prefer rain to wind because you've got a lot more control. It's just kind of how you try and, work with the rain, not against it.
There's absolutely not a breath of wind. I mean, this rain is sort of misty sort of rain coming down. It's not rain drops. And even this mist is sort of coming down straight. There's not a breath of wind. It's perfect scoring conditions other than it being a bit wet.
Yeah.
Hallie to shoot first, and she starts
Nice
this match
opening.
much better than she did the last.
Yeah, she'll be much happier with that.
Jodie, well experienced, starts with a 9. I feel like being behind isn't going to phase Jodie as much, but obviously Hallie showed that she can come from behind in a match and win. Good.
10.
Saved that one a little bit.
She did, yeah. I mean, we saw that in the shoot-off.
Yeah. Steady and confident arrow from Jodie.
I think Jodie knows she can shoot well. She has that confidence, even if she gets that 9, which you need.
Another dodgy sort of looking shot there from Hallie.
Yeah, but it's only 9. It can be salvaged.
Not a huge amount of damage done.
Nice from Jodie.
Fantastic shooting from Jodie.
Couldn't ask for a better comeback than from a 9 than 2 X's like that.
Bad, bad first arrow, bad. I said inverted commas, bad, and then just followed up with 2 solid X's. I wouldn't want to be out there. I mean, we're inside a tent, luckily.
I'm actually feeling quite grateful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's raining.
Especially when it was expected to be better weather than it actually is as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've had a lot of storms and rain in the past few days, so it's not the greatest weather to shoot in. But preferably rain than wind, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But no, it can make it difficult on, holding your release, holding your bow. Everything can be slippy. We haven't had loads and loads of competitions in the rain. I'd say it's just been kind of random weather this season. So, some people might not be used to it. It might be a bit more difficult. Well, I'm pretty sure they did have rain in Paris last couple weeks.
Yeah, they did. Hallie to shoot first. This match is all tied at 29 points each, and a fantastic start to this end. She started this match, obviously she started this match a lot better, but she looks a lot more confident in this match than she was in the last.
Yeah, she definitely looks steady.
9.
Although even with the 9 there, Jodie looks steady as well. I think they're both actually quite confident in their shooting right now.
It's very interesting. You can see when Hallie shot a bad shot. When Jodie shoots a 9, I don't know if it's going to be a 9 or a 10 until I see it in the target. Yeah,
Hallie definitely tries to save the shot a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even with that, like you can't tell.
No.
Doesn't necessarily mean a bad or a good thing. It's just kind of instinct if you're, trying to save a shot because you know that you're not aiming in the 10.
Yeah. There might be an element there, with Jodie's disability, that she's unable to sort of save those shots as much as other archers. She has to be perfect to shoot 10s, and she has been for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Like that.
I need to commentate on her more often.
Yeah. Just stand behind everyone at a tournament.
She'd have won an individual gold if I was there.
57-57 scores tied after that end of the match.
No, they are shooting really well, really strong. You can see them, all 4 of them laughing, even the judge.
Even the judge is having a good time here at the National Tour Final in Nottingham, Wollaton Hall.
Even in the rain.
Even in the rain, yeah. I said earlier that there probably wouldn't be a huge amount of people just visiting Wollaton Hall on the off chance today, just because the weather's not great. But the stand behind is full of enthusiastic archers. VIP tent full.
Yeah, I think the stand's a blessing today when they can actually get out and get out from the rain.
Yeah. The stage looks very slippy. Everyone's walking on it very tentatively, making sure they're not going to sort of slip and do themselves a mischief.
Yeah,
but
that is not what you want.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can hear it on the mics as well, just the squeaking of the shoes as they're walking up to the line.
Yeah, it's definitely raining heavier now.
A tight semi-final. They're all tied up, 57 points each.
9.
Oh, wrong target. Thank God. I thought she
I
missed.
was like, oh.
Good 9. Again, she didn't look like she was happy with that shot, and it shows it was a 9. Jodie,
Yeah.
expressionless. And it's
Very
10.
strong.
Good 10, yeah.
Nice.
This match is very steady. It's very, like, a bit, not very tit for tat, but it's very, like, both archers are dropping
Yeah.
points, both archers are shooting 10s.
It's definitely one of those matches you can't predict at this point. It's
Yeah.
completely, you know, when it's just 10s and 9s. Anything can happen.
No one's massively running away with it, are they?
No, it's quite similar.
Yeah.
9.
There's a bit of a door open for Jodie here.
Yeah,
2 points dropped by Hallie.
She can take a 2-point lead at this point.
9.
1 point lead.
Again, and it's just, again, not walking through a slightly open door. But no one's sort of giving the match away. No one's losing it necessarily, but no one's going out and trying to win it yet. Ella, for example, might be 2 or 3 points ahead of these by now.
Yeah. But they probably know the other one's not going to be, you know, potentially scoring, you know, 149 or something like that. They're going to be, I need to shoot as good as possible, and the other one just might shoot a little bit better.
Yeah.
But they're both looking strong. Honestly, there's nothing like particularly off at all.
No, and again, the conditions slightly worsening, just making it a little bit more difficult to score well, you know?
Yeah.
Like on the stage now you can see the arrow person delivering the arrows back to the archers, hood up, wet coat. It is just steadily getting wetter and wetter.
Yeah, the archers are making it look like it's not raining
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, and it's not that cold, and you can see Jodie in a t-shirt there. Both archers not opting for any wet weather gear. It's not chucking it down, but it's just annoyingly wet. The release stage is going to be a little bit wet. You know what I mean? Holding it, trying to get it in the same place every time, just a little bit annoying.
Yeah, sometimes you know, rain gear can kind of get in the way. Like I personally can't use it. It just I would hit my arm too much. You know, trousers are obviously fine. But yeah, you don't want to be packed up in a load of stuff that you can't shoot in.
Yeah, but I mean, it might be showing in the groups on the target face these slight inconsistencies with your hand on the grip and your release aid in your fingers, just being slightly different every time, just expanding the group that you're able to shoot.
Yeah.
But Jodie, she's got a 2-point lead again now in this match, and a solid X from Hallie there.
I'd say both their groups are quite similar. They've got, you know, really good 10s and X's and some that are just out.
Solid shot. You just don't know,
Can't
do you?
tell.
You just don't know. Just giving it back. Someone's dropping a point, someone's gaining a point. It's a very close match. 4 hours to go. There's only 1 point in it.
Just high.
Jodie, with a 10 here, can take a 2-point lead into the last 3 hours, which would be an inch. It's just not taking the opportunity much.
Again, just out. They're both shooting well. Like, nothing bad is sticking out. They're just kind of, you know, flowing, going through and just trying to shoot 10s, and some of them are just out. And when it's raining like this, you know, their first match wasn't that heavy rain, so it does make a difference when you're coming back onto the finals field, and it is a little bit different.
Yeah, it would feel like a very big difference being 2 points back 3 hours to go than it does with 1 point back. You feel much more in the match if you're 1 point back.
Yeah, which can put more pressure on. 100%. Like they're so close now. Yeah, you don't know what can happen. I mean, if Jodie puts in a 30, then she's all good. But
yeah, her destiny's in her hands, isn't it? You know, like if she shoots 3 10s, she goes through into the gold medal match.
Yeah, you can see there she's just using a pump to push the water off the lens. It's probably, you know, covering. She stays on the line, so she's, you know, not covering the scope.
Yeah.
So there's going to be water on the lens, which does make it, you know, more difficult to see the target.
Here we go. It will be Hallie on time number 1. It's underway.
Three hours to go. 1 point in this match. Hallie to shoot first as she's behind. Let's see who has it in them to win this match and go into the gold. A solid start to this end. looking very relaxed, calm, and focused.
9.
Just out.
I mean, it makes it an interesting match.
Yeah. She doesn't feel like she's shooting bad shots, but they're just missing, and it's just
Yeah,
this.
they're not far out at all.
It could just be the conditions affecting these shots. Good 10. Wow. That puts a lot of pressure on Jodie, but like we said, she's had a lot of pressure recently, and she's coped well with it. Fantastic 10.
Nice.
Tied match, 1 arrow to go. Who is going to cope with this pressure? Just taking her thumb off that back tension release. Slight grimace, but it's in the 10.
Yeah.
Now we need a 10 from Jodie here to force a shoot off.
And she'll all know that.
Fantastic 10. She knew. She's done this before.
Love a close match.
Yeah, a wry smile and the sort of shrug of the shoulders from Hallie on the line. What can she do to beat Jodie? Well, nothing at the moment.
So this is Hallie's second shoot off of the day.
Came through the last one with ease.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be easy shooting a shoot off arrow, but yeah, she did win it.
But she's got that other one behind her. You know, she won her other one. She'll know that makes it a lot easier in your head to be like, I've done one already. Just do the same thing. I'm sure Jodie's used to the pressure as well, and she'll want to do well. So she just wants to put in a good shot.
Yeah. So again, it's going to be a 1 hour shoot off. Closest to the middle wins. There's no ties. There's no shoot 'em again, unless it's very close, obviously, which can happen. But 1 arrow to decide who goes into the gold medal, who goes into the bronze. The loser of this match will go straight into the bronze medal match, like we saw earlier with the straight away. Like we saw earlier with the Barebow matches, they were escorted off. Maybe they had a chance for a sip of water, and then they were announced back onto the stage. So there's not going to be a huge amount of time to recover from the loss when you lose this, to then go straight into that bronze medal match. The heartbeat. The heartbeat has been added
dramatic.
to the arena. And taken away now.
Hallie shooting first.
Solid.
Nice.
Good 10. Sort of mid-10 high. There's a little bit of room in there for Jodie to slot this in and win. Oohs from the crowd, oohs from the commentator's box.
Why did they do that?
I want to give that to Jodie.
Yeah. It's always difficult with different angles.
Yeah, different angles. Interesting.
That is.
You can see the judge is sort of measuring. They've got the calipers there to sort of measure from the absolute dead center of the target to the inside of the arrow. It's not the arrow hole, it's the arrow itself. Everyone on tenterhooks to see who wins this. Judge will announce this with a pointing of the hand. He's pointed to Jodie there, who's won the 1 hour shoot off.
I think when this will give Hallie a lot of confidence going into bronze medal. Even though she's lost, she did an actually amazing shot, did everything she could to win that match.
And she ended that match really well with 3 10s.
Yeah, she did everything she could, and she'll know that going into the next one, which will be a big advantage.
Yeah, fantastic. A good little matchup as well between Patience and Hallie. Patience showing some form, Hallie finding some today.
Yeah.
Jodie, though, into the gold medal match. Another medal match for our Paralympic champion.
Yeah.
She's just winning stuff. She's just winning medals at the moment.
She really is. This is probably just the cherry on top. Maybe not comparison, but maybe just a little added extra from the past few weeks.
It's nice to see her doing it against, I know this is not bad, but against able archers, and she's now going up against the world #1.
Absolutely. Yeah, it makes, it does make a difference. The level is different, especially if you're against world #1. You've just got to shoot your best.
Yeah.
And Ella will know she's in for a hard match because she knows Jodie can shoot well.
Yeah.
And I think she'll actually be really pleased that it's Jodie that got through. They're really good friends. And Jodie's been shooting really well. And Ella's been, you know, chatting with her, and they're just good friends. I think she'll be really happy that will be a good match.
Good. So, first medal match in the ladies compound is going to be Patience against Hallie. Again, we've seen some fantastic shooting from both of these archers.
So both really good friends, honestly, like hang out every competition. So this is yet again another, well, probably a chatty match.
Another chatty match. Well, we've got Stuart Taylor out there again in the box, and he'll be out there again in the gold medal match, showing a lot of coaching.
We've got Chloe behind Hallie again.
Chloe's done well to hang around all day, isn't she, after
Yeah.
that first match?
She's making use of herself now.
She had every opportunity to go home after that first match, but she's
In the
stuck
rain.
around for her friends, yeah. She hasn't even got a raincoat on.
No.
Patience Wood.
How do you see this match going? I feel like both archers are happy with their performances today.
Yeah, I think Hallie really fought back, and Patience has really put pressure on her opponent, so I think this will be interesting. But even if you're against friends, it can also put you a bit more relaxed, so it could be a bit more difficult, honestly, knowing that, you know, you're against a friend.
I think you'd argue that neither of these guys were expecting to sort of win this, but they're happy to sort of be in this bronze medal match with that, or is that doing them a disservice?
I think that, you know, you always aim to do well. Like, personally, I'd always be like, if I shoot well, I'll be happy. You can't control what the other person does. It just happens that their opponents in the first match didn't shoot as well as them. But they've definitely both earned their place in this bronze medal match for sure.
Yeah, they've both shown some really good shooting today. So, Patience shoot first. Starts with a 9. Interesting.
Didn't look like a bad shot.
No.
Looked fine.
I was kind of expecting that to go straight in the X again. And
9.
yeah, not convincing start from either of these archers. Not taking the bull by the horn, so to speak. Looking very steady here. Solid. Very solid.
Nice.
A lot of Hallie's arrows recently, or shots, have been very sort of flinchy on that front end. That one's much more solid, and it's in the 10.
Yeah, I think if you're, you know, you're pushing and pulling your shot, and it's going to go in the 10, a lot of the time you can tell on watching an archer.
Yeah.
9.
Honestly, I wouldn't say Patience was too obvious. I'd say that actually looked like a good shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hallie a lot of the time tries to save it, but that's just kind of, she knows that's not going to go in the 10 unless she moves.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
Like,
every time she's trying to, anytime she knows it's not going in the middle, she's trying to save it. And fairly unconvincing start from both archers there.
Yeah, but I feel like that means it's going to be a close match.
Yeah.
They can both shoot well, and they can both shoot, like, okay. Yeah, not the greatest start, but really close. Let's just maybe not jinx Hallie with like another shoot-off for the 3rd time.
Yeah, so 28 points each in the first end, 12 hours to go, so it's a 15-hour match. Tied up, all starts again basically for them from this next end. Rain still maintaining its form.
Yeah, I think there's a moderate rain warning still, which is nice.
Last night I was prepping to put my shorts on for today, and yeah, opened up my curtains. Opened up my curtains to see rain.
Yeah,
I think everyone would have been expecting to be shooting in much better conditions today.
Yeah, I didn't expect this much rain.
We make it sound like it's just throwing it down. It's not, but it's just constant misty rain. Not enough for wet weather gear, not enough to be happy, or not little enough to be happy.
Yeah.
First hour of the second end.
A bit longer for Patience there,
Yeah.
but still.
Maintained form though, good 10. Hallie just taking a thumb off that back tension release. That's close to being a 10.
All her arrows kind of just surrounding the 10 rather than being, you know, really good 10s or X's.
Good 10.
Nice from Patience.
Patience shooting a trigger release?
Yes, she is. Yeah, Hallie is on a hinge.
So basically using her back muscles to execute that shot.
Yeah.
Compared to Patience, hopefully still using her back muscles to execute the shot. But
looks like she is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
she
solid,
is.
yeah.
You can see the way her hand kind of goes behind her head. She's using that pull at the back. And Hallie's doing the same.
Needs a 10. That's a 9.
Just.
So, 2 points down. Not terribly bad shooting, but sort of Patience just stamped her authority on that match with the 30, and Hallie's arrows just missing the 10.
Yeah.
And she's 2 points down, just like that. Didn't feel like there was much bad shooting in that end.
No, not at all. Like, I mean, there's an arrow call, so it could even be a 29.
Yeah.
But Patience shooting a 30 is just taking it out of reach on that end.
Yeah, showing some great form in that end, Patience. I mean, that first match, I'm still thinking about how many X's she shot, how convincing those shots were as well.
And really putting pressure on Mia in that first match.
Absolutely.
But I mean, she had pressure back. Mia shot really well in that match. So she's now had that pressure today. And had to, as well, shoot well against Ella at least to try and get into that gold. So she's had a lot of good shooting today, so she could be in for the win.
I feel like Hallie's sort of put pressure on herself today, but sort of come back, and in the matches, obviously, she's won a match today where she was massively behind.
Yeah.
So she can cope with pressure.
Yeah, she's done it many times in so many of her youth medal matches, so she knows that she can do this if she wants to.
Yeah. That shot looked a lot worse than it actually
yeah,
was.
I was like, ooh, 8?
But yeah, she can't be giving up too many points to Patience.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 points between them now. 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points, 2 points. She's not too far back, but, you know,
we've seen her do it.
We're only halfway through this match. Every shot just seems to be getting saved at the moment. She can't be that steady with her aim.
No. A good group from Patience.
Yeah, looked like a much better shot than the result, unfortunately.
If the rain has got slightly heavier, it can, take your arrows down, even into the 9. Especially when it's a group like that, you probably want to just a couple clicks on the side.
Yeah. She managed to save that one.
Yeah.
And that one's gone into the 10. So to maintain a 2-point lead, Patience needs a 10 here with 6 arrows to go. Solid shot, solid 10. Fantastic.
She knew she needed that.
She's delivered as well. When she's needed a 10, it feels like she's delivered.
Yeah. There's never been a moment of kind of doubt with Patience's ability to actually then shoot a 10 at that point.
Yeah.
And even a 30 as well.
I mean, she shot well against Ella. Ella is just a formidable force almost,
Yeah.
But Patience in those other 2 matches, she's, like I said, she's shot 10s when she needed them.
Yeah. No, she really did. She's definitely proven herself to be in the bronze medal match and have earned that space for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're 3 ends in, 6 arrows to go in this match, in this bronze medal match. Try and look at my stats, guys, see if he's got any stats for us. But I think he's just enjoying watching the archery at the moment.
This is actually both of their second national tour finals, so there's probably not much expectation for either of them. They probably didn't come into this being like, oh, I'm going to podium today. Like, they just hope that they actually shoot well, and that's just been an added bonus.
Hallie behind in the match, shoots first, 2 points back, 6 arrows to go.
10.
There was no saving with that one,
No,
was
there
there?
wasn't.
How does Patience respond? A 9. Just giving a point back to Harley there.
The first high arrow that she's had in this match, really.
What an X. Fantastic shot. How can Patience respond now? Dropped a point with that first arrow. Just keeping it in the 10 with that second.
It's another close match again.
It is, isn't it? Fantastic end from Harley. She needed a better end.
Yeah, and some
And
good
she
shots
delivered.
too as well.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't saved 10s there, were they? Solid. X10.
Yeah.
Maintains a lead with 3 hours to go. Although that lead has halved to 1, she still has it. So the advantage is still hers.
115 to 114 before we go into the 5th end of the match.
3 hours to go, 1 point in it. We knew this was going to be a close match, a bronze medal match. It's always close.
Yeah, they're both really fighting for it. And Hallie's done the same. She's come back from being behind. And is really fighting for the bronze medal, for sure.
Yeah.
So you can tell they're still chatting. Maybe not to each other as much. they're still being all friendly and they're happy.
Yeah, it seems a little bit more tense now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like when it's for a medal, you kind of have to focus on yourself. Like you need to prioritize you.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think they've earned the right to prioritise themselves in this match. But, you know, still friends, still chatty to a certain degree. But it is coming down to the crunch time in this match now. There's only 3 hours to go. There's 1 point in it. Patience's lead chopped in half in the last end.
Yeah, there'll be pressure on both of them now. They know that, well, Hallie just shot 30. She knows she can do it, but that means P knows she can do it as well.
Exactly. Hallie will feel like she's in it now. Solid. Just out, is it?
Just.
Ooh. She needed to save that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Patience got an opportunity here.
Yeah.
Same
places.
those arrows are basically in the same spot. One just a little bit closer. 2 points in it. 2 arrows to go. Needs a 10. Oh, it's a bad 9 as well.
Yeah. Gives Patience a really big opportunity.
Big door.
Here, yeah.
Big door open here. A 10 and it's a 3-point lead with 1 arrow to go. Yeah, fantastic 10.
Nice from Patience.
When she needs a 10, she shoots a 10.
Yeah.
3 points in it, 1 arrow to go. Trying to save it. Has saved it. She needed a 10, but all Patience needs here is an 8 to win this bronze medal match. An 8 to win, a 10 to smash it. What a match.
A great score as well.
Yeah, 145 is a really good score, especially in these conditions. They're not fantastic. It's so easy to shoot a 9.
Yeah, it's so easy to relax as well when you're against a friend. Familiar environment, you know, probably relax a little bit. But they've shot together so many times. Yeah, that was a well-deserved win for Patience in that match.
Fantastic. A tour finalist, tour final medalist in Patience Woods. Fantastic bronze. Fully deserved. She shot extremely well today. Came up against a formidable force in Ella in the semi-finals. You know, the way the draw was set out, she might have felt that bronze was the best she could do today, and she actually did win the bronze.
Yeah, she really did. She didn't fly through her matches at all. She really did do well with the scores and how she's been shooting. Her form has been really good.
Yeah, exactly. And Hallie might not have felt like she was shooting her best today, but she was trying to stay in all of those matches. She came up against Layla in that first match and won with a shoot-off.
Yeah.
Unlucky with the second shoot-off in the semi-final. But yeah, she's had extremely close matches all day today.
Yeah, I think if you open up with a 7 as well, that's not your expectation to be in the bronze match. You kind of even after that first arrow, you're like, oh, okay, just, you know, bring it back and shoot well, which she did everything she could, honestly.
She did. Very good day for both archers. But unfortunately, there's only one bronze medal to hand out, and that has gone to Patience Wood. Next up, we have a final for the ages. We've got Ella Gibson, world #1, world record holder, going up against Jodie Grinham, who has 2 Paralympic medals in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is an extremely interesting match. Probably the most interesting we could have called today.
Yeah.
If you had to pick 2 for the final, probably would be that.
Stats guy.
Yeah, we're coming up into these final matches, just looking at their past performance for the day. In Ella's past 2 matches, in her opening one, she got a score of 149, and then in her semi-final, she got a score of 146, while Jodie shot today a 142 and then a 143, winning in the shoot-off with just a 10 that was probably millimeters closer to the middle than her opponent. And Jodie has been performing very consistently and also in line with her performance in Paris. She's been getting very similar scores of 142, 143 and also 142 in her bronze medal match. So that seems to be the scores that she's hovering around. Maybe she can pull something out of the bag to go up against Ella Gibson here in the final.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely have to, you know, you're going against your opponent. She'll know Ella's going to shoot well. So I honestly think Jodie can shoot better than those scores and could in this match, honestly. And Ella knows how well Jodie can shoot. So I think that could happen, and it could be a really good match.
Absolutely. Jodie does have to level up here.
Yeah, definitely.
But she's got it in her.
Oh,
I feel like,
yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. I feel like she shot better at the Paralympics. Her scores there better than they are today. So she has got it in her, just to put some pressure on Ella today.
Yeah. I mean, scores matter. Like, you know, Ella's scores are high, but you always shoot to your opponent. And if, you know, Jodie won her matches on those scores because she's good under pressure.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Exactly. All the matches that Jodie's won recently, she's done enough to win that particular match. Yeah. And if Ella slips up at any point during this match, there's a good chance that Jodie's going to be there to try and take advantage of it. No one flinching yet.
Yeah.
No one flinching yet. Longer hold for Ella.
10.
Still a 10.
10.
Nice end from Ella.
They're 10s, but, you know, no X's.
Not as good as her other groups.
No. A little bit quick from Jodie there.
Yeah.
It's the first time I felt like I've seen a bad shot from her. All the others were like good shots that just seemed to just go in the 9, whereas that one was like, that's probably a 9.
Yeah. Yeah. No, easy to come back from,
yeah.
though.
Well, we say easy to come back from.
Depends what Ella's doing.
Ella's world record is, what did you say earlier, Isaac? It was 150 with 10 X's, I think. Yeah, getting the nod. So Ella has got it in her to shoot a 150 here. So, you know. And the conditions are good for it. No wind.
No, it is really good. And they're used to shooting in the rain now. They've
yeah.
done
They've had a few matches in this now.
Yeah.
And the sky's starting to brighten just a little bit. Less hoods on heads. And just people just settling into the day as we're settling into this gold medal match. Ella to shoot first, she's behind, and only behind by 1. Jodie to shoot first, sorry.
9.
Not a convincing shot from Jodie. 9. Ella, an opportunity to double her lead. Doesn't.
9.
Oohs from the crowd. I think everyone just expects Ella just to shoot 10s. 10s, 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 but only a 1-point lead. Jodie's got away with one there. Back into the 10. Saved that a little bit.
Yeah, she definitely aimed a bit low on that one.
Felt like it popped a bit low on her.
No, she hasn't got any X's yet, so she's going to want to start to go in on that.
Yeah.
Compare, you know, Jodie's just
First,
maybe an X.
Yeah, first X of the match going to Jodie. Yeah, just not very convincing 10s for Ella at the moment, are they?
Yeah, she's going to want some more solid shots, I think. Bit long.
Bit shaky. Bit savvy.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
Probably aimed in the exact same spot.
Yeah. She has her 1 point lead still, though.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't lose any ground in that end.
As we said, like, Jodie's doing enough. Like, she's doing exactly what we thought she would. You know, she's only 1 point behind.
And she's leveling up as well, like we said before. So, I mean, earlier today she shot 142 and 143. Right now, on current form, she's shooting a 145. So she's leveled up against Ella. So
yeah, she knew she needed to. Ella probably knew that she was going to. So it is expected. And it makes a great gold final.
It does. It does. We've got two extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? Experienced international archers here.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
They've been on bigger stages than this.
Yeah.
And, yeah, coming up against each other, it's a very good and worthy gold medal match.
Yeah, I think now we're really lucky to have some extremely high-quality compound women in the UK. You know, Ella came up really, really quickly, but just, you know, overtaking literally the world. And Jodie's doing the same.
Yeah. Great Britain have a sort of history of strong compound women over the years, from Marianne Richardson to Nikki Hunt to Nikki Simpson as well. A lot of history, but there just seemed to be a bit of a lull for a decade or so between sort of Nikki Hunt and Ella, where there was a gap. And but
I think
now
Ella's really brought that back.
Yeah, Ella's really brought that back, and now there seems to be a depth of lady compounds now as well. You know, so anyone can win. It's not just Ella winning out every single week.
No, exactly. There's a lot more competition, as Jodie's proving right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Ella really then pushes everyone else to, you know, be just as good. You know, it's not, oh, Ella's going to win. It's like, actually, Ella wants competition. She wants everyone actually to do extremely well. And that makes a massive, massive difference for matches like this.
Fantastic end from Jodie. Not going away, not giving this match to Ella. Ella has to shoot a 10 just to maintain a lead now.
Yeah. She's still doing the same, just 10s, no X's.
Yeah, all 10s, no X's.
But it is enough.
Yeah, it's enough to maintain a lead, but like I said, just Jodie's there.
Yeah.
And like we were saying before, she does enough, she always does enough to win her matches, and she just shoots to her environment, so to speak, and now she's in the environment where she has to shoot 10s to stand a chance of winning this match, and that's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad, actually, you know, Ella's having this competition. She's never going to want it easy. She wants someone to challenge her, and Jodie's going to want to be in the match properly and not, you know, be like 5 points behind or something. She's actually where she wants to be, and yeah, they're both going to fight for this, for sure.
Absolutely. 6 hours to go, 1 point in it.
Yeah.
This is one of the closest matches that we've had today.
With really high quality.
I'd love, very high quality, high scoring. I'd love to see this go down to a shoot-off.
That would be really interesting.
This closest to the arrow, closest to the middle shoot-off between these two would be extremely close. Into the fourth end then. We've got Jodie to shoot first. Again, she's behind in the match, but only by 1.
What's that? Power, that's the pulse. Okay, we've got a step. Oh, 10.
It's a 10 from Jodie. I think we might be
Just
having.
on the line.
Yeah, I think we might have been having a bit of issue with the target camera there, but 2 10s to start this fourth end. Fantastic.
With an X from Ella.
Finally.
Yeah. She might not actually realise that because obviously you can't really see.
Oh, just
out. Yeah.
Just letting it slip a little there, Jodie. Ella can double her lead with a 10 here, but she's not taking advantage of these missed opportunities.
I said earlier, sometimes, you know, you can hear 9 from your opponent, and then you kind of just let it go a little bit.
Yeah.
But Jodie needed that 10.
Yeah. The rain just seems to be easing slightly now as well. Sky's sort of brightening just for this match. 1 point in it. Just the 1 point in it with 3 hours to go. Ella had an opportunity there, I feel like.
Yeah, she really did. Yeah, she's probably not going to be happy with that one. But, I mean, it's so minimal. You know, you can't be like, oh, that 1 point, because otherwise you shoot 150 all the time.
Yeah.
But it's so close that, yeah, this is a great match for them.
Very high scoring. Very high scoring.
Yeah.
Jodie has leveled up like we said she would.
Yeah, she's done exactly what we thought and hoped that she would do.
Yeah. She had to shoot well in this match. I mean, Ella's shot a 149 today and a 146. And to be honest with you, that 146 that Ella shot didn't feel like she shot very well for it either.
Yeah, no, she shot 2 28s in that. So, I mean, it proves, you know, the 3 other 30s that she shot is what she normally would do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it does make a difference when, you know, you've got a 149 the match before.
Yeah, it's rare to see Ella shoot 2 9s in a 3-arrow end.
Yeah.
But she's done that twice today. And if it happens now, Jodie's the type of person to be there to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
3 hours to go, 1 point in it. A close gold medal match, this. 10
exactly
from Jodie. Winner takes all. Winner takes all in this match. Yeah, solid 10. Not convincing. It's not in the X, but it's a solid 10. Fantastic X from Jodie.
Jodie is really, really doing this well.
There's literally nothing more Jodie can do here. She has to put in 10s and hope that Ella sort of slips up. And she has. That's a massive 9.
You heard the crowd make a very big noise there.
That is probably the worst arrow she's shot today. And Jodie's right there for a 10 as well.
So Ella needs a 10 for a draw, which is a massive thing that, you know you need.
She didn't think she'd be in this position.
Absolutely not.
A 10 to force a shoot off. And it is a 10, fair play. There was a massive amount of pressure on that arrow.
There was. She's used to the pressure, but every time it's different, and she got there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well. We deserved to see a shoot off in this final.
Absolutely. And
we deserved it.
Said that. So we got a massive score from Jodie and Ella. So 147, you know, compared to Jodie's 142 and 143. She upped her game completely in this match. Yeah.
And Ella's shot to her standard there. I mean, I know she's capable of more, and obviously she is, but, you know, she shot 149 today, 146 today, 147 is about what she would have been expecting to shoot today.
Yeah.
Against someone else that might have won this match.
Yeah.
But Jodie is just a level up from the opponents Ella's faced today.
Yeah. Yeah, Jodie is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And she's fried bigger fish recently. And, you know, like I said, these Paralympic medals that she's had in the last few weeks, she's ready. She's in a position here to win this match against Ella, world #1, world record holder.
You know, Jodie's got the advantage. She's done a shoot-off. She's won the shoot-off to get into this match. So another one. She has that confidence behind her. Ella's not been challenged as much as Jodie was. Yeah. So that might be an advantage for Jodie.
Absolutely. Oh, the heartbeat's going.
I'm stressed.
You're stressed. I don't know who's shooting first here. Ella.
Okay.
The silence in the arena. My God.
And
Oh,
it's
X10.
really, really great. And when you shoot an X or
There's a bit of room there.
There's
though.
room.
There was a good arrow in the target in Jodie's last match. Oh my days!
No.
How close is that? That is so close. Wow, it's going.
Jodie might actually.
This might be it. In the last shoot-off, there was a 10
poor
in the
judge.
target. Yeah. In the last shoot-off, there was a 10 in the target, and Jodie betted it. This time, there was an X in the target. Has she betted it this time? It does look a little bit closer, doesn't it?
This might be.
Is it close enough to be like?
millimeters.
Is this going to be a tie? Is it that close? Do they have to do it again? Jodie wins it.
Wow.
Fantastic. What a year she's had.
That is honestly, when you can shoot an X, and Ella would have been happy with that. Jodie just
She
shot
couldn't have
a
done
better
much
one.
better.
That was honestly incredible.
She couldn't have done much better. You can see the smile on Ella's face. She is genuinely happy for Jodie. Jodie has had an incredible year.
Yeah.
An incredible month. The year she's had leading up to this particular sort of 2 or 3 weeks has been incredible, and she's delivered in these last 3 weeks of shooting where she's just won everything that she could have.
Yeah. And hopefully now she relaxes. Because she deserves it, honestly.
She deserves to now. What a fantastic match, and yeah, fantastic. Great day, great match.
Yeah. She deserved that completely.
What a fantastic day for Barebow as well. To
Yeah, definitely.
one of our title sponsors, obviously, taking the spoils here in this particular match.
So I just want to really give a shout out to all the volunteers who have made this possible. Can we give a good clap to them all? Lovely. So over on your left-hand side, we do have a tri-archery area. There's soft archery, there's pointy, there's knockdown. Thank you to Barebow Men for putting that on. Next, we have the merchandise stall. Has anyone had any merchandise yet? Give me a clap. I have. My temporary tattoos come off, but oh well. They are good. That's going in and out of my pocket. And then on next to them are Maven Optics. Go and have a look at how crystal clear their optics are. Binoculars, spotting scopes, anything you need for archery. You've got a setup over there. Go and have a look. After the podium, we are going to be having a meet and greet. The meet and greet is including the Barebow Men and the compound women, and it will be going on just over there. So after the podium, if you'd like to gather at the railings, get your clappers signed by your favourite archers, and I'll hand back over to the award ceremony. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the compound women. Medals will be presented by Aaron Coggan, Director of Sport Development. Checks will be presented by Mark Regal, Archery GB Chair. And the Precision Prize Award will be presented by Jack Mullen, Brand Manager of Brave Maven Optics. The Bronze Medal, Patience Wood. The Silver Medal, Ella Gibson. And the gold medal, Jodie Grinham. And the Precision Award for the most number of 10s shot in the best scoring 3 National Tour stages and the National Tour final combined goes to Ella Gibson. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for staying with us this morning for the 2 sessions. This afternoon will start at 2 p.m. with the compound men. The meet and greet will start shortly by the corner of the operations tent, as indicated by Dan earlier. We look forward to seeing you later.